All right. This is an audio test with Phil. Oh, okay. You got to keep that off. There we go. To the side. Audio test with Phil. Go ahead, Phil.
Test 1, 2. Test, test.
Audio test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Test 1, 2. 1, 2. The paper right there. Yeah. Hand me all that. What's it? Can't make a copy? You can't make a copy.
You don't do any of this until state championship.
You can't make a copy? You can't make a copy?
All right, this is an audio test for Jordan Leach back in our Stillwater studio as we will go on the air at 12:30. And YouTube is looking good. The GPU has settled in well, a little bit. Oh, as soon as I say that, that's okay though. 60 frames per second. Hopefully, Jordan, this is getting out to you. Channel 1, channel 2, 1, 2. Okay. We got 2 channels on the YouTube audio. I got the crowd noise muted so we don't get kicked off YouTube. But, okay, now it's not like in the stream. Now it is.
is a production of Guthrie Football, 4-time state champions.
Staley gets the snap. He's running with it left side. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Guy Staley and the Blue Jays regain the lead.
Next time that I talk to you, I will be talking to the greatest team in Guthrie High School history.
The Blue Jays are looking to add yet another gold ball made of Guthrie blue.
Ryan Dunn takes the snap, and there you have it. The 2011 Class 5A state champions are your very own Guthrie Blue Jays for the third time in school history, and they have dashed onto the field. Motion to the left side. They run to the left side with Alexander across the 5 to the 1. Touchdown! Ide Alexander. And for the fourth time in school history, the Guthrie Blue Jays are your Class 5A state champions, and strike up the band one final time.
One thing that will never be replaced is MTXE. Mental toughness, extra effort.
It's being determined to win in the face of all odds, all obstacles, and coming together as a unit to accomplish that.
Year after year, the Blue Jay offense is amongst the most prolific offenses in all of Class 5A.
Option reverse to Callis. Callis looking for throw. Wide open place. Hastings, can they connect? He does. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Reverse pass, and the Blue Jays are on the board. Strike up the band.
It's that time again. It's time for Blue Jay football.
Hit hard. Landry Chapel gets every Blue Jay fan off their seat.
It's now
Strike up the band.
on the Guthrie Radio Network.
Guthrie football. Open up mics. It's time to go.
Launch authorization received. Countdown sequence initiated.
3, 1.
Guthrie Football 2020 is brought to you by Interbank, strengthen our communities through community banking. Golden Chick, the original and still the best. South Point Baptist Church, welcome home. Exton, we build better business owners. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. John Vance Auto Group, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Generations Church, love God, love people, serve both well. North Church Guthrie, you matter. Mercy Hospital, Logan County, your life is our life's work. And F&M Bank, a neighbor you can count on. Guthrie Blue Jay Football is also brought to you by the Guthrie Tag Agency, A-Team Overhead Door, First Christian Church, Hayes Funeral Home, Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33, and Mary Roberts Farm Bureau, Oklahoma. Welcome to Guthrie Football.
The following is a production of Guthrie Football, spanning across the Blue Jay Radio Network.
Throws it up for Dante Boston, a triple coverage. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me?
Now, let's go live to the stadium with the voice of the Blue Jays, Chris Evans, and tonight's Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
From Western Oklahoma, it is on the campus of Woodward High School alongside Jordan Leach, Kel Evans, Mason Russell, Braden Russell, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans. We welcome you inside the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show as we get set for the Guthrie Blue Jays and the Woodward Boomers on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. So glad you have joined us as we kick off District 5A2 football. It's the 0-4 Boomers and the 3-0 Blue Jays. Bringing my partner this afternoon, Phil Nichols, here on the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show. And it's been a while since we've had an afternoon ball game, Phil.
It's been a long while. I was actually thinking last night, trying to remember where the last place was we had an afternoon football game. It's been a piece.
Yeah.
My memory's failing, Chris. We've talked about this. It's well documented, but it's because the only one I think of is the Shawnee home game. I know that wasn't the last afternoon Saturday game, or was it?
No, well, yeah, it was the last game, and not only an afternoon game, but a game on Saturday afternoon. And after a few housekeeping notes, we'll go back in the past of Blue Jay afternoon games here. But a couple things first. We're in Woodward, Oklahoma, so internet is hit and miss.
Yep.
This is our smallest setup of the year,
Yep.
so we will not have instant replay. We will not have a running clock on there. So go ahead and don't send the emails
Please
or text
don't.
messages or phone calls. So this is our small. We have literally three of us in a.
I'm literally holding Chris in my lap right now. Literally.
So it's a very small setup, but hey, we're on the air. Everything appears to be okay so far. So we'll dive into that here a little bit. But let's dive into it, Phil, a bit. The Guthrie Blue Jays since 2008 are 4-1 in afternoon ball games.
4-1.
4-1. You got to go back to 2008. Guthrie went to Booker T. Washington for the triple overtime playoff game. Of course, Booker T. Washington won that game. And really, that 2008 ball game was the state. It was a quarterfinal game, but that was the state championship game. Whoever won that game was going to win the state championship. Booker T. Washington appeared to lose the game on a missed field goal, but it was called good. We'll digress from that. 2011, Phil, in the playoffs, there were 3 of the 4 games played in the playoffs. Yep. Durant at home inside Gelsma Stadium. Guthrie won the game 53-7. Played Tall Sea Central the next game. That was a night game. And then in the state semifinals, we went to Sapulpa.
That was a windy day.
It was a very windy day. Guthrie took down McAllister that day. Yep. And then the following week in the state championship game back in 2011, Guthrie played at Oklahoma State University and defeated Lawton MacArthur. So there's your 4 games. You're 3-1. The last game was in the afternoon at Gelsma Stadium against the Shawnee Wolves back in 2013.
So I got that right.
You did. It was a second-round playoff game. Guthrie escaped.
We did.
That was their toughest game of the year. And to be honest with you, Shawnee probably should have won that game, but Blue Jays got a late turnover. And so Guthrie, since 2008, 4-1 in afternoon ball games.
Yeah, and I think, you sit here and you look at the records. You've got Woodward, the Boomers are 0-4. Blue Jays are 3-0. Of course, Guthrie the last 2 weeks have been put on the sideline due to COVID-19 issues. But I don't think the Boomers' 0-4 record's indicative of the kind of football team they have. I know you'll break that down here in a minute, but I think records can be a little deceiving.
Yeah, you look at the Woodward schedule, and it's one of the toughest schedules. Yeah. In fact, I was giving Brock, the Woodward radio play-by-play guy, a little bit of a hard time. I go, hey, when you talk to Coach Lugent, by the way, Rick Lugent, his second season here at Woodward, came over from Hennessy, won a couple of state championships as a coach over there. But I go, ask Coach Lugent what he's trying to do with the schedule. Open up the season at Clinton with the loss, 26-21. Ask Woodward, they probably say they should have won that game.
Right.
Following week at Bethany, Elk City dropped the Boomers on the schedule, so Woodward picks up Bethany, a 4A powerhouse, down a little bit this year, but they got a win last night, but still good. Lost that game 22-16. Ask them again, they probably should have won that game. Yeah. So you got Clinton, Bethany. Then they take on the 4A state champion, Weatherford. Oh, wait, where are they runner-up? Weatherford state champions or runner-up? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Weatherford.
We had the game last year.
They lost.
Okay. Yeah. So the state runner-up against Weatherford, they lost that game 38-21. They were supposed to play Western Heights here for homecoming. Of course, Western Heights ain't playing anybody, it appears to be this year. Then last week, Woodward went to McGinnis for the Irish's homecoming, got beat 55-14. They haven't played Guthrie yet, they haven't played Carl Everett yet, and they haven't played Piedmont yet. What a schedule.
Yeah, it ain't good. No, that's a tough schedule. I think it probably is one of the toughest schedules in 5A easily, but you're going to see tough football here. You're going to see kids that are going to come up and hit you. There'll be a lot of this will be a physical ball game you would expect. And of course, as you were talking about, with head coach, with Rick coming over from Hennessy, the guy knows how to coach. And so should be a great ball game. You got 2 good staffs, got 2 good football teams, so it should be a lot of fun.
We're just getting started here on the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show. We're going to take our opening timeout. When we come back, we'll break down the Guthrie Blue Jays. They didn't play against Piedmont, didn't play against Carl Albert. Supposed to play last night, but got moved to Saturday. So a lot to talk about Guthrie and what they've been through the last couple weeks. We'll take our opening timeout. This is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jays student-athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
For decades, Guthrie Athletics has been a source of pride in the Guthrie community. Hi, I'm Merritt Roberts, and I've been a Blue Jay supporter and Farm Bureau agent for many, many years.
I want to wish all the Guthrie student athletes not only a great season on the field, course, track, or court, but in the classroom as well. If integrity, honesty, and accessibility are important to you, call Farm Bureau at 620-4920 and ask for Merritt. I would welcome the opportunity to give you a professional evaluation of your insurance needs, or simply stop by and let's talk about the Jays.
Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show continues from Boomer Stadium here in Woodward, Oklahoma. Made the trip Highway 33 this morning. Left town a little after 8:30 this morning. Comfortable ride up here, and we welcome you back. Here in a matter of moments, we'll have our national anthem, Woodward Marching Band, on the field coming up here in a matter of moments. Mentioned the Guthrie Blue Jays 3-0. We're supposed to play the Piedmont Wildcats to begin district play, and that game obviously got canceled or postponed. Maybe might be able to make that game up a little bit later on the year. That was supposed to be played on September 25th, but due to a player testing COVID, it canceled that game as well as the game against the Carl Albert Titans. And that game more than likely will not be made up with Carl Albert.
Yeah, I think you're going to get too deep into getting close to the playoffs and just a lot of variables there. And we'll be lucky. I mean, if we're fortunate enough to at least get to make up the Piedmont game, we need to consider ourselves lucky in that regard. So hopefully that can happen.
Yeah, not an official date on that, but we're guessing that might be in November if Guthrie and Piedmont can get things together there. But again, Blue Jays, when they were playing football field, we're doing a good job. 3-0 in the season, victories over Shawnee, PC West, and Duncan. Duncan's got a couple of impressive wins, but there for a while the opponents weren't very good. But we'll get to that here in a matter of moments. Let's go downstairs for tonight's national anthem. Looks like they are awaiting a few things here.
Now we'd like to put our attention towards Stacy.
Okay, I thought they had already done that, so we'll just wait. Okay, I think they're set to go now. And there you have today's national anthem performed by the Woodward High School Marching Band. And we're a little over 15 minutes away from kicking off Guthrie and Woodward on this Saturday afternoon. Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. Also streaming, hopefully, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com// Guthrie news page. And if you want all the details, go to GuthrieNewsPage.com. Click the article, and all the information is right there. As mentioned, Phil, Guthrie 3-0 this year, 31-6 over Duncan, 43-20 over PC West. Shawnee victories 26-21, and that was what? That was 19, almost 4 weeks ago. So now it's kind of like a brand new season, and it's an important season with district play.
Well, I mean, these next few weeks are going to dictate a lot for everything. Of course, the unknown, you never know when you're going to get that phone call and say, oh, geez, so-and-so can't play this week. So there's a lot of moving parts, obviously, being in 2020 and everything everybody's trying to manage and deal with. But big ball game today. You get a W here, you feel really, really good about the playoff situation. You know, and it's crazy. If you get one win in the playoffs with the pandemic, you're in pretty good spot right now. So it's definitely a big ball game for both clubs.
And you'll look at it, the OSA changed it a little bit this season due to COVID. It's not in the playoffs. It's not off of winning percentages. It's off the number of wins that you have. And right now, Carl Albert has 3 wins. Right now, McGinnis has a couple wins. Guthrie has no wins right now. Woodward, just because Guthrie hasn't played a district game yet, Woodward's 0 and has not won a game in the district. Western Heights appears they will not be playing. Piedmont, I think, has 1. So right now, these games are more magnified. I mean, and you still got McGinnis and Piedmont on the schedule. this is a big ball game.
It's a big ball game. I mean, you're going to, because again, if the games aren't played, it's not a loss, it's not a win.
Mike's
right,
talented this year. So
no, it's a crazy year. There's no doubt. And every time you're on the field, in the past you go, well, we got to get here. We got to get here. Just to get to that third or fourth slot or whatever the case may be. Now it's just, because there's so many variables that are out of your control. This Blue Jay team, Chris, as a team, hasn't practiced in 2 weeks.
A full squad.
It's a full squad.
Yeah.
So it's a tall order for the Blue Jays today.
We'll talk about that and much more up against our next break. This is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show from Woodward.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tagging Agency is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging Agency helps with driver's road tests. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tagging Agency, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon. At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Welcome back to Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show from Woodward, Oklahoma. Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. We were just talking about how important this ball game is, Phil. It was equally as important last year. Woodward comes into Guthrie, defeats Guthrie 28-14. That game ultimately decided that Woodward would go to the playoffs and Guthrie would not go to the playoffs for the first time since 2004.
Yeah, and that's on everybody's mind from Guthrie. These kids that are back, the staff, I promise you, has thought about that every day since last year. And so a lot to play for today, no doubt. A lot of pride down there on the field on both sides. But Blue Jays, I think, feel like they need to come back and reclaim something here.
Take another time out here on the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show. We got a good one. Got two great head football coaches. Kelly Beebe in his 7th season for the Blue Jays, 44-26 overall. Rick Lugent, the head coach for the Woodward Boomers. He comes in with an overall record of 57-43. Of course, he won those 2 state championships over at Hennessy. Timeout. This is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
You can buy a pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or van anywhere. But why would you buy one without a guarantee? At John Vance Auto Group, our pre-owned vehicles come with our lifetime engine, transmission, and other powertrain components guarantee at no charge. Now that's peace of mind. We offer some of the lowest interest rates, too.
Everything you've heard about John Vance Auto Group, it's all true.
John Vance Auto Group.
Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show from Woodward High School Boomer Stadium. It is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show. Visit our good friends over at Interbank, 224 East Oklahoma Avenue. Phone call 282-0470. Visit them online at interbank.com. Blue Jays getting ready to come out of the paper. Here to our rights, it is a sunny afternoon, Phil. A little hazy in the clouds today. We drove through some fog this morning, but obviously that has burned off, and we're headed to a high of 87 degrees.
It's October, and it's 87 degrees. I don't like that. Chubby kids don't do well in that kind of temperature.
As I mentioned, Blue Jays are ready to come out already, and there's still 8 minutes left before we kick this one off, and Woodward's still down in their locker room waiting for this one as well. But this begins a short week, and we mentioned Guthrie had so much time in between games. The last time they played again was September 11th. Here we are on October 10th. On a Saturday, Guthrie has to turn around quickly and play on a Thursday this coming week against the Guyman Tigers. So we'll have 2 games here in a span of a few days, I guess 5 days. But that is what the situation is. And, we visit with David Jackson, the OSSA executive director, and it's about 85 to 90% of the high school football games are being played this year. And I think if I would have talked to you 2 months ago, hey, we're going to play, there was a question, are we even going to play football? Then I tell you, hey, about 90% of the games will be played, 10% will be canceled. I think you take it.
I'd have taken 50% of the games being played. I mean, it was so. Yeah, no, they're doing a good job of managing it. I think for those of us that in Guthrie, since we've been touched by it now, it's magnified the whole thing a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But I think overall as a whole, if you can play 90% of the ball game scheduled, you're doing pretty darn good.
Blue Jays will be in the black jerseys, black pants today, white jersey tops with the blue numbers. Of course, the silver helmet with the G logo and the blue face mask. And we are waiting Woodward to come out of their locker room. Neither team has run onto the field quite yet. And look, Guthrie High School marching band across the way, making the trip all the way up here, 2 hours away. Give them a lot of credit to support the team on a Saturday afternoon.
And they do a great job. Rob Blackburn, the whole staff over there does a great job. Those kids work so hard. We talk about it every year, how hard our band works, and everybody associated with the band. Parents give hours and hours of time to the program. So it's always good to have the Blue Jay band with us. They do a fabulous job.
Take our final time out here on the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show. When we come back, we'll take a look at that South Point Baptist Church scoreboard. And the good thing about playing on Saturday, all the games are in the books. We can kind of reflect back on it and see what happens, including that big one last night between Carl Albert and McGinnis. This is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065.
FCC is the place to be. At First Christian Church, we love to support our Guthrie Blue Jays and be all in. We are all in with our athletes, our students, our families, our community, and our faith. We have something for all ages and would love to have you join us for worship in person or online at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Join us as we continue to be all in, serving Christ and growing in faith. And as always, go Blue Jays!
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jays student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show from Woodward. Welcome aboard here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. During that timeout, Woodward won the toss, and we'll see what happens here. It looks like Woodward will defer to the second half, so Guthrie will get the football to begin the first half. Along Jordan Leach in our Stillwater studio. On the cameras this afternoon for our YouTube feed is Mason Russell and Cale Evans. Braden Marie Russell producing the show today. In-stadium producer, I should say. Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. This is the smallest that our setup can we can probably go maybe a touch smaller than we want, but but we don't have our teammates Aaron and Craig with us today, just because of space. The press box doesn't accommodate everybody. Also not with us today is our third member of our team, Seth Robbins. He's in Colorado with Bo Robbins in a rare golf tournament, I think it is. So this is small as it gets for us. I hope.
Yeah, it's small as it gets, and Seth. He got an opportunity. Of course, his son, Bo Robbins, serving at the United States Air Force Academy. And
here come the Blue Jays.
Had an opportunity to go spend some time with his kiddo. Called us early in the week, says, what do you think? And I said, have you left yet? You should leave. So good stuff. Real happy they're getting to spend some time together. And And we'll I'll try not to mess up too bad up here today.
It's been a while. It's been about a full year, a little over a year since you've been up here in the booth. So
I'm a utility player, Chris.
Blue Jays have made their way onto the field. Woodward Boomers are making their way onto the field. We're less than 3 minutes away from kicking off this ball game between Guthrie and Woodward. And just a quick update: Carl Albert last night. We'll go ahead and go into our South Point Baptist Church scoreboard update as Carl Albert put 42 unanswered points on the board last night after McGinnis got out to a 28-7 lead. Carl Albert comes back and wins 56-35. So Carl Albert pretty much puts a stamp on the district championship this year. McGinnis, Piedmont, Guthrie, Woodward, perhaps fighting for that too. Well, Woodward lost to McGinnis. They still got Carl Albert, still got Piedmont, Guthrie today. So Piedmont, McGinnis, Guthrie maybe fight for that 2 spot. Same thing for the 3 spot, and you can throw in Woodward for the 4 spot as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's an odd year. We don't really know what's going on. That ball game last night, you found out if you shut down Tarman, you got a really good chance of beating McGinnis. But Luke's a great player, but Carl Albert just made some adjustments. Realized, I mean, he's not gonna kill you with his arm. He's not gonna dominate you throwing the ball, but a great runner of the ball. But they made some adjustments, and definitely, anytime you can score 42 unanswered points, it's not good if you're the defensive coordinator today at McGinnis.
Guthrie Blue Jays will indeed get the football first. Back deep for the Blue Jays is senior Caden Ballard Stevenson. Caden, 6 foot, 165 pounds senior. Caden this year on kickoff has 1 kick return of 25 yards, and let's see if he gets a good start. Good start for the Blue Jays. Woodward will be kicking off left to right on the radio dial. Phil, real quickly, your keys to the ball game today.
Well, I think because of the, as a complete unit, Guthrie hasn't played together in some time. It's all about execution, timing. I expect it to be a little rough when we start. Got to protect the ball. Got to try to get into a flow and a rhythm, kind of pick back up where you left off, and just protect the football.
Feels like it's been a long, long time, Phil, since we played football.
Like a season.
Here we are, and
here we go.
We are moments away from kicking this one off in a key 5A2 ball game. Boomers stretch across the 36, approach the football, and we are underway. Kick comes to the near side. Isaiah Hammonds fields it at the 18-yard line, quickly to the 25, breaks the tackle to the 30, comes to the near side, 35 to the 40, 45 midfield, and finally hauled down from behind and around the Woodward 43-yard line. Great start for the Blue Jays. Isaiah Hammonds on the kick return.
Hammonds, an explosive young player for the Blue Jays. Really, he's our starting running back, obviously. Coming into the year, was in that backup role, but really earned the playing time and has really just a real key element to the Blue Jay offense. Brought down there by number 24, Cole Parker. He's just a freshman, Chris, for the Boomers. We were talking earlier before the kickoff. They said he's one of those young players for the Boomers that's really an up-and-comer. So great, very athletic kid, and was able to run down Isaiah.
40-yard kickoff for Isaiah Hammonds to begin the ball game. Here comes the Guthrie offense onto the field, averaging 237 yards on the ground, 72 yards through the air, so a little over 300 yards per game. We'll see what Guthrie does here on their opening drive. 3 receivers to the far side. Josh Raines in the shotgun. He'll run with it on the left side with the lead play. He'll get to the 40, dives over to the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4 for the senior Josh Raines, 6'1", 192 pounds. He wears jersey number 17.
That's kind of what you're going to get with Josh. He's a tough kid. He's going to lower his head. He's always going to fall forward. Does a great job moving the ball for the Blue Jays.
2nd down and 6 for the Blue Jays as Josh will now check to the far side with offensive coordinator Jason Rice and the Blue Jay coaching staff. 22 on the play clock. It's a low snap. Josh will hand it off to Isaiah, and he's met immediately. Gets to the 35. It's a pickup of 3, and we'll have a 3rd down and 3 play upcoming. Isaiah, Phil, averaging 90 yards per game.
Yeah, like I said, Isaiah's been a real, just great spark plug, really, for the Blue Jays offense. It's kind of does it all quietly. Does it quietly, just goes out and does his job. That snap there is kind of indicative of what I was talking about earlier about getting in a flow and just trying to get in the ball game in some kind of rhythm.
Josh Raines, 3rd down and 3, will run with it, and he'll have the 1st down as he finds a couple of leg tacklers, would-be leg tacklers, and he'll go from the 35 to the 29-yard line. And Guthrie will have a fresh set of downs. By the way, Josh Raines, 151 yards per game, a little over 7 yards per carry.
Yeah, and of course the last time we saw him, had that big 200-yard ball game for the Blue Jays. He's just, like I said, he's a football player. Just can play multiple positions on the field.
First down and 10 for the Blue Jays. 3 receivers to the far side. Josh to throw for the first time. Nothing there on his first look. Rolling to the right. Still looking. Has all day. Finds a man. It's caught at the 21-yard line, across the 20, and down and around the 17-yard line, close to another Blue Jay first down.
I think that was, wasn't that
was
KBS? I think it was.
I think you're right, Phil.
I think KBS, senior KBS, Caden Ballard-Stevenson just did a great job, and Josh was patient there and just let the play develop, and then right on the spot with the pass. Great job.
His 5th catch of the season for KBS, and the Blue Jays will indeed have a fresh set of down. Now the whistles will blow this one dead, and I think we might have a chain issue they're trying to get worked out on that far side. And the referee puts the play clock back in the motion. 9:47, 9:46 to play in the opening quarter. Blue Jays on an opening drive. Ball spotted at the Woodward 18-yard line. Carson Wilder, the halfback in the motion, sits on the right side. Isaiah runs up the gut, across the 15 to the 10, into the end zone. Isaiah Hammonds strikes first for the Blue Jays with an 18-yard touchdown run.
Great job there. You know, we've talked about this offensive line too, Chris, throughout this season. They've really done a great job opening the holes. When you sit there, you see a team that's averaging 270 yards or so rushing a ball game. They're obviously doing something right, but what you would kind of expect, try to get a rhythm, try to just get something going. Great opening drive for the Blue Jays.
Well, it looks like the Blue Jays didn't have a couple weeks off, got right after it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Blue Jays on to kick the extra point. Snap, hold, kick. Plenty long enough, and it is good. Guthrie leads Woodward early, 7-0, 9:32 to play in the first quarter. Timeout from Woodward. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football.
Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Exon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exon.
Can you hear that, Jordan? Okay. And we're back. We apologize for that. Not sure. We're still, half our problems are fixed. Our audio on 93.7 is back. We have a mixer that got hot, and it's through an iPad. So hopefully that's the last time that happens, and we got a fan on that. However, if you're watching our YouTube feed, our video is not there, but at least the audio is, and we'll work on that here in just a second. As there's a high snap as we rejoin action, I promise you I don't know what happened during the game, so we're all together on this. I can tell you Woodward just now had a bad snap over the quarterback's head all the way back to the Boomers' 47-yard line. And so they're going to have a 3rd down and long. They need to get to the Guthrie 27-yard line. So that's 13 plus 33, about 3rd down and 35-ish. And again, we'll get to the video feed here in just a second. I'm thinking and calling the game at the same time, trying to get that figured out.
That's dangerous.
I know. 3rd down and 24 for the Boomers. Quarterback back to throw. Has time, goes downfield, double coverage, and it is it intercepted or caught?
Caught.
It's intercepted, right?
Oh, yeah,
it is intercepted, yeah. On the interception for the Blue Jays, I thought it was a little bit of a fight there for a little bit, but DeAndre Jones comes away with the interception, and that's the good news. If you're for Woodward, it's kind of a deep punt for them anyway, but DeAndre Jones with the interception, Phil, I do think that is Guthrie's first interception they have come away with this year. They have recovered 3 fumbles, but that's their first interception, I do believe, on the season.
Yeah, I don't know for sure on that. It's like I said, it seems like it's been a year since we played football in Guthrie, but great pick there, great coverage by the Blue Jays, and like you said, really a long punt for the Boomers. Blue Jays will take over here, be 1st down and 10 from about the 17-yard line for the Blue Jays.
1st and 10. Josh Raines rolls to the far side, cuts it up across the 20, stays on the feet, running hard, field to the 25, and near the 1st down marker of the 27-yard line, 10 tough yards for Josh Raines.
Josh is, I'm just telling you, last couple years you'd always cringe a little bit, and then I realized the kid's kind of like a robot. He's so tough. He's just, we've got a long history of tough kids playing that quarterback position. You better be tough if you're going to play quarterback in Guthrie, because you're going to take some shots when you play quarterback here for the Blue Jays.
10-yard pickup, 1st down and 10 for the Blue Jays at the 27-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the top. Seems like no matter what happens when we come to Woodward, Phil, something always happens equipment-wise every single time.
Every time.
We apologize. Hopefully everything's okay from here on out. Josh Raines, the throw on 1st down and 10. Looking, comes to the near side, and it's caught. Deflected, then caught by Wilder at the 37-yard line. Again, when Josh throws the ball, there is a flag thrown on the far side. When Josh throws the ball, it's a fastball. There's never a changeup from Josh.
Well, he throws 90 miles an hour on the bump. Of course, he's going to call against the Blue Jays there. But Josh will be a pitcher in college next year. Right now, he's set to go to Seminole State, right?
Right.
And we were talking on the way up here. I think Josh kind of kid will probably play Division I baseball before it's all over. He's just a great all-around athlete. But to your point, he hasn't quite figured out how to take something off.
A little finesse, yeah.
He's got one gear, that's for sure. But man, he can sure sling it.
Wilder with the reception, but again with the penalty, it will move Guthrie back. It'll be a 1st down still, but it moves him back to the 26-yard line. It's 1st down and 15. Hammond's the running back next to Josh Raines in the gun. Josh will throw on 1st down and 15. All day to throw. Finds Wilder again, and gets to the 30, down at the 31-yard line. So Guthrie gets about 10 yards back on that play there. Carson Wilder, the halfback / tight end for the Blue Jays. Carson, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore with catches number 3 and 4 on the season.
Yeah, did what you wanted to do. You're 1st and 15. You go back, you get 10 back. Now you're 2nd down and 5. Right where you want to be for the Blue Jays.
Josh will take the handoff out of the belly of Hammonds and run with it, and he's got a lot of daylight in front of him. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, and he's going to go into the end zone after a 69-yard touchdown run. Strike up the Guthrie High School band.
Josh, him and I have a long-running joke with one another. I say he runs a solid 4.9. He's proven me wrong a lot of times this year, Chris. I think he's a little quicker than I've given him credit for in the past, tongue-in-cheek, of course, but Great run there. Huge hole for Josh to run through, and it was just off to the races. Great job by all the Blue Jays.
Dean Moore Swartz with a big hole on that right side. Has the Blue Jays on top 13-0. PAT upcoming. Ezok's your kicker. The holder's Josh Raines. The deep snapper is Zachary Thompson. So we'll go with the Thompson, Raines, Ezok. It was good the first time. See what happens on the second go-round. Good snap, good hold, and it is a good kick. And Guthrie leads it now 14-0. 6:24 to play in quarter number 1. Timeout from Boomer Stadium in Woodward, Oklahoma. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oaks, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter of the Guthrie Blue Jays from the first game all the way to the championship game. With years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Chuck, Lynette, and Hope take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. The Hayes family supports Guthrie student athletes on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz. Visit online at hayesfh.com.
Blue Jays back on the scoreboard. Isaiah Hammond's the first time with an 18-yard touchdown run. Josh Raines now with the 69-yard touchdown run. Blue Jays on top 14-0. 6:24 to play in quarter number 1 in the running game. In good shape here in quarter number 1 so far.
Yeah, running game's going great. But I'll tell you what, we've been really doing a good job, I think, setting up the run. We've been just doing a great job in the passing game as well. So Blue Jays look sharp these first 2 drives.
Ezok to kick off for the Blue Jays. Right to left on your 93.7 dial, and referees will throw the flag. Was it delay a game? I think it is. I think it is a delay, and that's a silly penalty there. And Guthrie usually doesn't kick deep, so that should be okay here. Now kicking off from the 35-yard line. Yeah, Carson Wilder, a couple of catches early on.
Yep.
KBS with a catch early on as well.
Just situationally, you're setting things up with the play calls you're making and doing a good job. Staff's doing a good job, so don't look any worse for wear for this layoff, the Blue Jays have had the last couple weeks.
We'll try it again here on the kickoff, this time from the 35-yard line. And again, Guthrie doesn't kick real deep, and this one not real deep either. Filled it at the 27-yard line, across the 30 on the far side, and down at the 34. But fumbles the football. There is a flag thrown, and it looks like Woodward jumps on the loose ball, and we'll see what the penalty marker is here.
It's going to be against the Boomers.
Woodward is backing up.
Yeah, you see a hold, I believe.
Yeah. So the Woodward Boomers, their first drive resulted in an interception. DeAndre Jones came away with the interception. We'll see what they have to go here on their second offensive drive here. Their quarterback is Sam Cheap. He wears jersey number 3, 5'10", 165 pounds, sophomore. Now 7 interceptions on the season. Completion rate in around 42%, 44 of 104 rushing, for 604 yards. Does have 7 touchdowns, and he's got a brother that will catch the football as well. And Max Cheap, 6'1", 180-pound senior. He has 14 catches for 241 yards. So we'll say a lot of Sam Cheap, Max Cheap, and the running back number 30, Nash Hunter, throughout the day. First down and 10 for the Boomers from their own 24-yard line. High snap again. Cheap comes away with it, but he's met by a Blue Jay, Shaputis. As soon as he comes down with it, he had nowhere to go. He's tackled inside the 20, back to the 18, loss of 6, and boy, Shaputis was there quick.
Well, and I tell you, he's like a caged animal, this young man. Everybody else has been off 2 weeks. Shaputis has been off for 3 weeks. Had to miss a ball game the week before, I believe, I can't remember what it was, but he definitely missed the week before the 2 previous games. So he's excited to be back on the field, and he's a lot to handle up front. The whole Jays defensive line is very, very solid this year.
6-yard loss for the Boomers. It bring up second down. We'll call it actually 17 for the Boomers. 4 receiver set, 3 to the near side. Ball's on the far hash mark. Cheap rolls out to the near side, throws it on the run. It's caught at the 29. Oh, they're going to call it incomplete. Incomplete. Pass incomplete at the 30-yard line. Pass intended for Pope. It'll bring up third down.
Nice job by number 9, Cole Whitfield, coming up there and stripping that ball to break that pass up. The young man from Woodward did have the ball in his hands, and Cole came up and stripped the ball. So great play there by the junior.
So third down, and we'll call it 17 from the 18-yard line. Woodward needs just before the 35-yard line. Twin receivers the each side. Hunter, the running back, on the right side of Cheap. From the shotgun, good snap this time. Looking near side, throws it near side. One-on-one, has the receivers caught at midfield over the sophomore Jalen Shelf. And it's going to be caught and out of bounds at the 48, maybe the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Shelf, this young sophomore, he got turned around, lost the ball, and got himself turned around, and that's never good.
35-yard reception for the Boomers, puts them in Guthrie territory. It's now first down and 10, 5:12 to play in quarter number 1. Guthrie on top, 14-0. Same formation as the one before. Twin receivers each side. The ball's on the near hash mark in front of the Woodward bench. Cheap, the quarterback, snap, hands it off to Hunter. Hunter up the gut. He'll go across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Pick up about 4 yards. Nash Hunter this year, just under 4 yards per carry. 204 yards on the season. 1 touchdown.
Who's he remind you of, Chris?
245-pound junior. Well, if you want to go way back in time, a little bit of a Colby Wagner type look.
A little 02 Jays football. Yeah.
I don't think Colby was quite that big.
No, but he was all there.
State championship running back.
Yep.
Second down and 6 was Colby from the 43-yard line. Trips receivers to the far side. Jackson Walters goes from the line of scrimmage out to cover one of those receivers, that slot receiver. And before the snap, we had a flag, and it'll be a false start on the Woodward Boomers. And again, no room in the booth, so we don't have Craig Fleck, the statistician, with us today, and so we won't have exact numbers or hardly any numbers today. So
just make them up.
Make them up.
Yeah. Some kids from the Blue Jays going to have big games.
Yeah, absolutely. I think our friends next door might have a few stats we can cheat off a little bit. Penalty moves them behind the sticks all the way back to the 48-yard line. So it'll be second down and 11. Clock rolling here in the quarter number 1. 4:16, 4:15. Guthrie on top, 14-0. Trips receivers to the near side. Cheap looking to throw to the far side. Slant caught at the 40 to the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of about 7 or 8 yards, and so Woodward will have a third down and 2 play upcoming, and you would certainly think 4-down territory regardless here for the Boomers.
Yeah, I think definitely where they're at. I mean, they'll get on the board here. They've been able to move the ball on the Jays. Let's take that interception off the board in that last drive, but the Jays are going to have to, when they got to get pressure on the quarterback and then just come up and make solid tackles.
Laird with the reception. Third down and a long one, almost 2 yards for the Boomers. It'll be Hunter getting the call up the gut, and he needed 2, and he gets 3, and the Boomers will move the chains. It'll be first down and 10. Clock should stop, but it's still rolling to set those chains. And, hey, when you're 2 hours away from home, that's okay. And you're up 14-0, that's okay.
It's not all bad. Not all bad. How'd you like to be 155-pound linebacker, or 165 pounds, maybe 70. You got a 240-pound fullback coming right at you.
Talking about Spade Pool?
Yeah, what is Spade, about $170?
I got him 5'11", 180.
Okay, so he's 5'10", $160. Got it.
First down and 10 for the Boomers. Man in motion left to right. Cheap to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket, goes downfield, wants the same connection as earlier, has a man open, and it is caught. Touchdown, Max Cheap. That's his 5th touchdown of the season. There is a flag down, but I think they're going to get Jalen on the pass interference. If that's the call, Woodward on the board. A lot of contact between Shelf and Cheap. Sam Cheap to his brother Max Cheap. It will go against the Blue Jays. 35-yard touchdown reception. They're actually going to call a hold. Regardless, it's declined, and Woodward will attempt the PAT. Couple of deep passes, the big result on this Woodward scoring drive. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. Blue Jays lead cut in half, 14-7. 2 minutes and 43 seconds to play in quarter number 1. Time out from Boomer Stadium. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football on 93.7 FM KSBI.
Sonic has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
Where sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush flavors like blue raspberry made with Nerds candy. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop.
Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33.
This is how you Sonic.
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group.
John Vance Auto Group.
Woodward Boomers on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon. They'll kick it off to the Blue Jays onto the near side. It will go, stay in bounds actually. Picked up at the 23, across the 25, and out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Isaiah, as I also thought was going to bounce and go out of bounds, but it bounced luckily not too far from him. He was able to pick it up and go for 4 yards. It'll be first down and 10 for the Blue Jays. 35-yard touchdown pass, Max Cheap to Sam Cheap to Max Cheap for 35 yards. That is your John Vance Motors scoring summary. So now with a little less than 3 minutes, 2.5 to play in quarter number 1, your score: Guthrie 14, Woodward 7.
Yeah, and I think you just have to come out and establish a running game again, to start, get a drive put together, give the defense some time to think about a couple things, talk about a couple things, try to work some stuff out, and keep moving forward for the Jays.
Jays set up camp at their own 27-yard line. Ball's on the near hash mark. First down, 10, handoff to Hammonds. He gets the right side to the 30, to the 35, cuts it across, and he'll get a pickup of 11 yards as he'll go from the 27 to the 38. 11 tough runs there by Isaiah, sophomore.
Yeah, you're starting to see him, too, finish runs. You know, I think earlier in the season, on the big stage for the first time, you know, don't have any experience on Friday nights. Not saying he's never been scared. He's not scared, but just that timidness seems to be gone, and he's finishing runs.
First and 10 for the Blue Jays from the 38-yard line. Carson Wilder lines up at the halfback on the right side. Hand off to Hammonds. He goes over center, across the 40, across the 45. They'll give him the 46-yard line. And it's going to be pickup of about 7-8 yards. So Isaiah in this Blue Jay running game, 7-8 yards a pop. And this Blue Jay offensive line, Phil, not only run blocking but pass blocking.
Doing a great job all the way around up front, and really establishing some real dominance on the ground right now. I mean, when you're going out there and you're picking up 6-7 yards that easy, I mean, you're winning the battle up front.
Second down and 3 from the Guthrie 45-yard line. Josh on a lead play, runs with it, spins for the first down and more as he gets into Woodward territory at the 49-yard line. A pickup of 6 yards, and the Blue Jays will move the chains. And again, Guthrie came in averaging 237 rushing yards per game, and so far it looks like they're going to go well over that this afternoon.
Yeah, this might be their biggest day of, if it continues, this could be the biggest day they've had yet on the ground.
Allison, KBS, and Eaton are your 3 receivers. First down and 10 from the Woodward 49. Josh will check the Blue Jays sideline. Coach Jason Rice puts in the sign. Isaiah went from the right side to the left side of Josh here in the shotgun snap. It's going to be an option play. Josh looking, cuts it. There's a flag, 45, 40, 35, and still on his feet to the 25, to the far side, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. But I really think this is coming back as Josh made his move. There was a flag from behind, and indeed will be a holding against the Blue Jays. Don't want to get too excited when you know it's for naught.
Yeah, I mean, and I think everybody saw that. I mean, that's Good call by the officials. Went against the good guys, but still the right call. Little practice.
Once, boy, Phil, the way this first quarter's played out, I think that running plays will be there all day. Now, last night in the Carl Albert McGinnis game, Tarman ran everywhere.
Yeah.
Carl Albert made the adjustments at halftime, and that completely went away in the second half. We'll see if Woodward can make those adjustments here today.
I agree. I think you can make adjustments when you have great players. And I'm not nothing against these kiddos from Woodward. I'm
We'll
not
find
saying
out.
that.
We still got plenty. Yeah.
Right. We will find out, but that'll be the telltale. I think right now they're just getting out physicaled up front.
Yeah, Woodward with 3 players on the defensive line. So the penalty makes it first down and 20 now at the Guthrie 39-yard line. Same play, an early option this time. Isaiah trying to get the corner, and he does. Breaks a tackle to the 45, stays on his feet, and he's finally out of bounds and around the 47-yard line. Pickup of 8 yards. Good play on first down and 20 as the Blue Jays do not have to take a snap if they don't want to, as we have, well, now they stop the clock for, I'm not sure why they would stop the clock, 31.9 seconds. I don't think there was a timeout.
Might be struggling a little bit with clock management right now.
Okay, they said he went out of bounds.
Okay.
Went out of bounds. Okay. Second down. We'll call it 13 yards for the Blue Jays from the near hash mark. Josh to throw, and before that happens, flag thrown. It's going to be a false start on the Blue Jays. So a couple penalties here hurting the Blue Jays on this drive. So far, been able to overcome those penalties, but eventually it will catch up to you.
Well, and honestly, this is what I expected to see in that first drive, with the 2-week, layoff and not being able to practice with a full squad and all those things. But Jays came out, looked pretty clean, and now not so much right now on this drive. We'll see if they can get it back on track.
Ball's at the 43-yard line on the near hash mark. Second down, and we'll call it 17 for the Jays. 3 receiver set. Josh, play action, wants to throw. Forced out of the pocket, rolling to his right. Still rolling. Nobody's open. Throws at the last second. Did it get past? Looks like there's no flags. There's 22 seconds, and there's a flag. Yeah, I think they're going to get intentional grounding. We do have an injured Boomer down on the field as well. We'll keep it here for just a little bit to make sure we got everything lined up here. Guthrie leads Woodward 14-7, 22 seconds to play here in the first quarter. See if we get the intentional grounding. There is the official call there, intentional grounding. Of course, that means a loss of down. And there's an injured Boomer on the far side. We got a few seconds here. Let's go ahead and pull up our South Point Baptist Church scoreboard. Look here, and again, all these games played last night. Carl Albert defeated McGinnis 56-35. Shawnee victory over Tulsa Rogers 34-8. Bishop Kelly took down Tulsa Edison Prep 55-7. Coweta, the team on the east side we got to pay attention to, defeated East Central 62-30. Duncan, the Demons that the Blue Jays beat pretty handily a couple weeks ago, beats Ardmore last night 35-28.
Wow.
Tahlequah got beat by Sapulpa 34-24. Noble dominated Altus 50-10. Lawton MacArthur over Southeast 43-8. Guyman loses to Lawton Eisenhower on Thursday 64-18. And Pryor had no problem with Tulsa Hell 72-8. Those are your Class 5A scores presented by our good friends over at South Point Baptist Church.
Young man up for the Bombers. It's good to see.
Blue Jays in the huddle when they come back onto the field. It will be a third down and forever. The ball, let's see here. Let's do the math here. The ball's at the 27. So 23 yards will get you to midfield, but then you need another 10. So we'll call it third down. And we'll go round up. Let's go third down and 34.
I'd draw up a little draw play here.
Screen? A little screen?
Probably a little middle screen. Do we have that in the playbook?
I'm sure it's there somewhere.
All right.
Third down and 34. What do you got, Coach Rice? Looks like a third base coach out there. 2-man in motion. There's another flag, yep. Receivers looking at each other like, Ty Eaton's like, I was supposed to go, not you, Jalen. Jalen's like, oh, my bad. And so 3rd and 34 is now 3rd in the Texas Panhandle.
I mean, maybe not a draw anymore. Might be something a little different now.
Back to the 22. Guthrie needs the Woodward 40-yard line. 3rd down and 39 yards to go. Should be the final play of the quarter.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, we can start over. Guthrie leading 14-7. They will indeed run it with Isaiah. Gets the edge, but tackled quickly after that. He gets out to the 24-yard line, pick up a 3. Blue Jay punting team comes onto the field. We'll see if they be able to get it punted off here in the next 13 seconds. If not, we'll start quarter number 2 with special teams on the field. And Spade Pool says, boys, let's turn around. We ain't doing nothing here. Quarter number 1 in the books. Isaiah Hammonds with an 18-yard touchdown run. Josh Raines with a 69-yard touchdown run. Guthrie on top of Woodward, 14-7. Back with second quarter action from Woodward, Oklahoma. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jay student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
With Jordan Leach, Mason Russell, Kel Evans, Brandon Russell, Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. Welcome back. Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. Also on our YouTube stream, Guthrie News page. Blue Jays to kick off, to punt the football away on 4th down and 39. Josh Raines will rugby style. This one's a good punt. Fielded at the 43-yard line. Then return quickly to midfield to the near side 45. He gets to the 40. There's a flag thrown. Breaks a tackle to the 35. Still on his feet at the 30. Cuts it to the 25. And finally hauled down at the 23-yard line. However, there is a flag down. I think a couple flags now. I think Doles got held there a little bit or pushed in the back.
Got clipped pretty hard. And, I mean, he's limping right now. I mean, I think it was low, and it was from behind.
Talon Laird, the sophomore on the return there, last week and lost him again as he took it 70 yards on the opening kickoff. So he's capable of doing that on special teams, but got a little bit of an extra help with the clipping. And so Woodward will be backed up somewhere around their own 44, 43-yard line. 16 seconds gone by here in quarter number 2. Blue Jays will be in action next Thursday night when they host the Guyman Tigers. Meanwhile, the Woodward Boomers will host Eisenhower next Thursday night here at Boomer Stadium. Again, wins are very, very important in district play. No percentages this year. It's all about wins, and Carl Everett has 3 already. Guthrie, again, just now playing their first district game of the year. So this game is big. And Guthrie started off 14-0, but Woodward cut that in half with a 35-yard touchdown pass. Here we go again. Boomers on the offense. First down and 10. And Zachary Thompson in there quickly into the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Zach Thomas, boy, he's done a great job moving from the offensive side last year to the defensive side.
He really found a home up around the defensive line. He's a workout fanatic. The guy works out 24/7, big, strong, quick.
Yes.
You look at him, you say, well, he's a big, strong kid, but I think his greatest asset is his quickness off the ball. I mean, he can really make some trouble up front for opposing offenses.
Of course, the Blue Jays got the sophomore ends, Landon Herzl and Jackson Walters, and then they get real mean and tough in the middle there. Nathan Wiggins, Zachary Thompson, Nicole Madison three really, really tough guys. Maybe a little bit undersized for the defensive line, but their toughness makes up for that. 2nd down and 12 for the Boomers. They wanted to go back to the air again. They're just cheating on Jalen Chelf, and the pass falls incomplete. I think Jalen got away with tugging the jersey as well. I thought it was just a pretty obvious play.
Well, he needs to go give the kid his jersey back, actually. But, yeah, we got away with one there, no doubt about it. But they've decided that 21 can have his do whatever he wants to 10 right now. And
Jarek Thomas.
And he's going to have to – Jalen's going to have to figure that out. But no doubt right now, number 21, the Thomas kid, senior wide receiver defensive back for the Boomers, definitely – kind of having his way.
Yeah, it's down set height.
Yeah.
How far can we throw it in the air against whoever number 10 is guarding?
Right.
Right now, number 10, Jalen Chelf, covering Jarek Thomas. Could be a long day for the sophomore. He was able to get away with it that time, though. 3rd down and 12. Boomers comes to throw again. They throw it into the air, double coverage, anybody's ball, and it falls incomplete at the 20-yard line. Actually, DeAndre Jones was the closest player within the ball, and Sam Cheap just appears just to throw it up in the air and just hope for the best. Sam Cheap, by the way, 5'10", 165-pound sophomore.
I think and I hate saying this about high school kids, but it appears there's interceptions to be had, right? Just all depends on if you can make some adjustments and put yourself in a position where you can make a play on the ball, and not be running from behind trying to catch up. But when you give yourself a shot, I think there's an opportunity for some takeaways.
Boomers to punt here on 4th down and 12. Ball's punted to the far side. Takes a Woodward bounce as it bounces inside the 25 and will roll out of bounds around the 16-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Blue Jays. 10:37 to play in quarter number 2. Guthrie Blue Jays leading the Woodward Boomers in this 5A2 district matchup 14-7. Woodward Boomers a year ago, Phil, 5-6. So again, one of those 5 victories over Guthrie last year inside Gelsman Stadium, 28-14. With ultimately decided that Woodward was going to go to the playoffs, and Guthrie set out. So, Blue Jays have a little bit on their mind as well.
No doubt about it. I know it's been talked about a lot. It was being talked about in February when I was this February together. So this is one that they definitely want to get on the field again with the Boomers.
1st down and 10 for the Guthrie Blue Jays. They'll set up camp at their own 16-yard line. The ball's on the far hash mark, moving left to right on your hot 93.7 FM radio dial. Josh Raines, the senior quarterback, will lead play on the right side, cuts it up a little bit to the center of the field, and he'll get to about the 19-yard line, just a 3-yard pickup there. Looking at the series between Guthrie and Woodward, Phil, Guthrie leads the all-time series 16-15. Last 5 years, 4-1 for the Blue Jays. Of course, that one loss last year. Since 2000, Guthrie has won 10 of the 11 matchups. Before that, before 2000, Woodward had won 14 of the 21 matchups. Of course, Woodward won the state championship here in 1994. That would have been my junior year, I believe it was, and we'll get to that here in a second. Tyron Eaton on the run, and he'll go out of bounds shy of the 1st down as he picks up about 7 yards. It was actually my sophomore year. Chad Mead, a big bruiser, big 44 running back, and great baseball player as well. Helped Woodward to their second state championship. Again, that was in 1994. The other title way back in your heyday, Phil, in 1945.
45 was a good year, and let me tell you something. Think about that, though. World War II ends, and you win a state championship in football. There was a lot of happy people in Woodward, Oklahoma in 1945. World War II is an important part of our history.
3rd down and 2. Handoff goes. Is that Hammonds? It is. He gets across the 30 up to the 32-yard line. And Isaiah, with the run of about 8-9 yards, will give the Blue Jays a fresh set of downs with 9:47 to play till the Golden Chick halftime show. 14-7 Jays.
Nice run there by Hammonds. Great job up front again by the big boys. This is what the Jays can do this. I think they can kind of do this at will, as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot like they did that last drive and just a bunch of mistakes. But they play clean football. I think they're going to be able to run the ball all day.
Moore at right tackle. Dean over there at the right guard. Gave Isaiah a good running cushion there. 1st down and 10. Option play to the left side, the far side of the field. Josh will hold this one, and he'll just maybe get back to line of scrimmage at best. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Mentioned earlier, Josh averaging 151 yards running the football. 2 touchdown tosses on the year. Does have those 4 interceptions as well. 72 yards through the air as Josh Raines, the senior quarterback. Second down and 10 after no pickup there. Trips receivers to the near side. One receiver to the far side. That's Caden Ballard-Stevenson, who has one catch this afternoon. Carson Wilder in the slot. He could go over there in the halfback spot. He will not. He'll go out on a route. Josh all day to throw. Goes to the far side to KBS. Did he tiptoe in? He did. Nice catch over there by KBS at the 45-yard line. Pickup of about 12 yards, and what a catch on the far sideline.
Great catch by KBS. Done a super job. Very athletic kid, and played some quarterback for the Blue Jays in the past. Plays wide out, plays defensive back, returns punch, returns kicks. Just an all-around kid.
First and 10 for the Jays at their own 46-yard line. See if that offensive line can create a hole here for either Isaiah or Josh. Same formation as the one before, though. Josh in the gun. Looks to throw. Looking for KBS wide open, and KBS able to get a hand on the ball, but a touch too high. If Josh can get that pass a little bit lower, that could be a big play for Guthrie.
If he catches him in stride, it's golden goalpost for the Blue Jays, but just a tab high and reset and go at it again. Second down 10.
Guthrie goes as Josh Raines goes this senior, but let me tell you, Blue Jay fans out there, there's some quarterbacks in the system right now. Hayden Calvert, your freshman, and you got the Cochran as a 8th grader, and Landon Gatson as the 7th grader. There's some good quarterbacks in the system. Of course,
lot coming up.
Jalen Shelf can play a little bit quarterback if needed as well. Second down and 10. Isaiah hit at the line of scrimmage. No pickup there. It'll be third down and 10. 8:25 in rolling here in quarter number 2. Guthrie 14, Woodward 7. Woodward appears to maybe making adjustments or playing better. One of those two.
Well,
as the running game has stalled a little bit.
A little bit. And listen, this isn't excuse time. It's reality. If you haven't practiced in a couple weeks, I don't know how many kids up front have, conditioning's going to be a factor.
Third down and 10. Josh Raines. Pass is caught by KBS at the 45 to the 43. Blue Jays needed 10. They get 12. KBS with this third catch this afternoon. And you're exactly right, Phil. It's 87 degrees, and very often do you play when it's 87 degrees.
I'm exhausted, and I'm sitting up here.
Good, better throw there by Josh.
That was a great pass by Josh. Everything just great. And KBS went and got the ball. He knew he was going to take contact when he caught that, and he just stepped in there and did his job. Great job.
Caden entered the ballgame with 4 catches. Today against Woodward, he has 3 catches. First down and 10 from the Woodward 42-yard line. Trips receivers to the far side. Isaiah Hammonds gets the carry up the middle, across the 35 to the 30, and hauled down at the 25-yard line. 17-yard pickup for Isaiah Hammonds, and that was right over the center of Blake Schwartz.
Well, I think, too, it shows when you can throw the ball a little bit, make them respect that pass, you're going to get opportunities for gashes like that to go out and pick up those 15, 20-yard carries. Great job.
Excuse me, partner. Willie Clymer checks into the Blue Jay receiving corps. He wears jersey number 20. He joins Allison and Eaton on the near side in trips formation. Josh checking the sideline. 11 seconds on the play clock. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line of the Boomers. Josh takes a snap with 3 on the play clock. It's a design run play for him, and he'll go over left guard. Here's a flag thrown by the umpire. Josh gets to the 20-yard line. Pickup of 6. However, we'll have to check the penalty, which is usually in the area of holding, especially if an umpire or referee throws it. Umpire in this case, and indeed it is a hold against the Jays.
Holding against Guthrie.
Blue Jays averaging 6 penalties per game this year, just under 60 yards.
That's one stat we don't want to
increase.
Working towards it right now.
Yeah. That one offensive drive had 3 or 4 by itself.
Yep.
So once again, another great drive. Penalty backs it up, though. First down and 20. Ball marked at the 36-yard line. Back to the running game. Just a couple of yards from the 36 to the 33. Brings up second down. Isaiah with the carry.
You got to believe 4 down territory here, though. So
I think so, yeah.
You've got that in your hip pocket when you're making, you're doing your play calls. So
KBS will check back into the lineup. He replaces Willie Clymer, and right now looks like the KBS has one has a cornerback on him. See if the safety goes over there and cheats a little bit. KBS with 3 catches. Now the safety's starting to creep over there a little bit, Phil. Second down, 13, running game here. Josh Raines up the gut. Big hole, 25-20. Cuts it to the near side, down and around the 17, 16-yard line. And the Blue Jays will have almost, that's going to be a good spot all the way to the 15-yard line.
Oh, wow.
And that's a guaranteed first down. The chains are moving.
That's a great spot for the Blue Jays.
I thought he was going to be about a yard shy.
Yeah, we'll take it.
All the way to the 15-yard line. Good drive here by the Blue Jays. Coming up on the midway point of quarter number 2. Trying to get back to that 14-point lead that they had to begin the ball game with. Right now, 14-7. First down and 10. Ball's at the, again, 15-yard line, center of the field. Jays moving left to right on the dial. Carson Wilder, the halfback on the left side. They run on the left side. Isaiah breaks a tackle inside the 10, breaks another tackle to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Isaiah Hammonds, his second rushing touchdown this afternoon.
You're not going to arm tackle Isaiah. And we keep seeing this. He just spins out of it and just keeps going forward, really gaining a lot of confidence just overall for the young sophomore. He's doing a great job, but you don't want to try to arm tackle him, Chris.
Spun out of a couple would-be arm tackles for his second touchdown of the day. He has 33 rushing yards just in touchdowns alone. And now the extra point for the Blue Jays. Isaac, he wears jersey number 4. Josh, your holder. Thompson, your snapper. Isaac, he kind of tippy-toed his way there, but hey, it goes through, and the Blue Jays back up by 2 touchdowns, 21-7. 5:42 to play in quarter number 2 in Woodward, Oklahoma. Timeout. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
Blue Jays scoring summary presented by good friends over at John Vance Motors. Isaiah Hammonds, a 15-yard touchdown run, his second this afternoon, gives the Blue Jays a 21-7 lead. 5:42 to play here in quarter number 2. Blue Jays set to kick left to right on the radio dial, and I wonder how the OU Texas game is. I don't know if we want to give any scores. There might be some people DVRing it and don't want to give that away, but
that's our own fault, Chris.
It'd be kind of interesting to see. Braden Marie, can you pull that up? We'll see what the score is there. Last time I saw it, the Sooners had a small lead.
7, I think, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, Phil, there might be people watching DVR it.
Oh, boy.
It's a sky kick for the Jays. Fair catch called for by Woodward, and they haul it in. And so Blue Jays trying to catch Woodward sleeping, but Woodward does a good job there.
That was a heady play by number 55, Coral, the sophomore for the Boomers. You know, 55.
Was,
I mean, that's a heady play. That's a good job.
Was.
Yeah.
Braden's trying to learn how to Google. It's a new thing, Phil.
It's been a rough day.
They're caught at the 37-yard line, so it'll be first down and 10 for the Boomers. We're in the gold pants, black jerseys, gold numbers, gold helmets. Hand off to the running back, and he'll get to the 40-yard line, pick up a 3 yards. It'll bring up a second down 7. Trying to see who the running back, it's the backup running back. Is it 23? It looks like it to be 23, and I don't. There he is, Parker Schmidt, 5'11", 175-pound junior for 3 yards. It brings up second down and 7. 5:16, 5:15 to play. the score has thrown everybody off in the booth here.
Well, you asked for it.
2nd down and 7, Cheap. Quick screen pass caught at the line of scrimmage to the 40. Diving to the 45-yard line is the Woodward receiver. Tackled by DeAndre Jones. So that will bring up a 3rd down and 2 play with 4:40 to play until halftime. During the Golden Chick halftime show, we'll have scores in all the other classes as well. Okay. Looks like a good one in Dallas. 3rd down and 2. Cheap to throw, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver. Probably should have been caught at midfield. However, it brings up a 4th down play, and Phil, or excuse me, is that should be 4 down. The scoreboard and there it is. Thank you. My sister got it. They're having a hard time with the down and distance.
Yeah.
Okay, the officials just said 4th down. They were fighting that thing, and I think it's broke over there. It goes from 3rd down to 1st down. There's no 4 on their, you know.
They're still fighting it.
Yeah.
It looks like me trying to do fractions. Look at that. I'm good at history, though.
4th down, 2. Boomers are going for it from their own 45-yard line. And Guthrie jumps. Guthrie jumps. The penalty will give Boomers an automatic 1st down. So they go from 45 up to midfield. Four minutes and 12 seconds to play till half. One of those penalties that will just drive you crazy.
Yeah, that will. That'll.
Mention the Guthrie High School marching band here. Also the Guthrie High School cheerleaders making their way over to Woodward this afternoon. 1st and 10 for the Boomers. Twin receivers east side. Cheap to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Throws it on the run on the near side. Is it intercepted? Was he inbounds? And they're going to say yes, he was. Interception, Blue Jays. Was that KBS?
No, it was number 2. It was just
DeAndre Jones?
Just a fabulous pick.
Yes.
That was a fabulous defensive play.
DeAndre Jones with the 2nd interception this afternoon. That's interception number 8 on the year for Cheap. Stepped right in front of it.
I mean, just went and took the ball. It was an absolute fabulous play by the junior, I believe.
5'10", 170-pound junior. Yes, sir. So, boy, that turns around quick. And now you got 4 minutes and 6 seconds to work with. And if Guthrie can take a lot of time off the clock, or even if they don't, get another score here and create a little bit of a distance.
That's big.
Guthrie right now leading Woodward 21-7. Guthrie, after the turnover, will have the football at their own 40-yard line. Eaton and Allison, the receivers, to the near side. KBS, receiver, to the far side. Raines takes the snap, looks to throw, and is stopped. We have a false start on the Blue Jays. I think that might have been Eaton moving too soon. You hate any false start, but you really hate it coming from the wide receiver spot, especially if it's a running play.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I wasn't watching that area because it was definitely a running play. But, yeah, very, very frustrating.
Willie Clymer checks back in at the receiver spot. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st down and 15 from the Guthrie 35-yard line, moving left to right on the radio dial. Run play here with Isaiah, the sophomore, and Woodward does a pretty good job here to. Boy, it's not like they're just giving the Blue Jays like an extra yard. I thought that was like a 3-yard carry, and they're going to give him 4 yards. And right there is where it is, and they move it up a yard.
Very generous on their spots.
Am I not?
No,
okay.
I'm seeing the same thing.
Okay.
You like those when they're going your way. You don't
Sure.
like them in the 4th quarter with 2 minutes left in a tight ball game.
So pickup of 4. Makes it 2nd down and 11. Clock rolling, 3:21, 3:20. Carson Wilder in there in the halfback spot. Josh to throw. Has all day to throw. Throws a fastball, and it's caught by Wilder, who pops it up in his hands and falls down in his hands again. That one's out to the 48-yard line. And going to be shy of the first down.
No, actually, that didn't hit Wilder first.
Oh, it did not.
That hit a boomer first and bounced to Wilder.
Well, Carson has 2 catches on reflections.
It was
deflections.
an absolute rocket that ricocheted off the boomer defender.
Blue Jays quickly in line of scrimmage on a 3rd down and 3 play. Josh looking, nothing on the right side, so he tries his left side, cuts it out, and will have the first down, lowers the shoulder, delivers some punishment as he's out of bounds near the 45-yard line. And that kind of looked like your Luke Tarman McGinnis play. Let's go up the middle, nothing there, let me bounce it out.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Josh Raines did to get the Blue Jay first down.
Similar players.
Yeah.
Josh and Luke,
yeah.
Similar players.
Guthrie uses 1 H-back.
Yep.
McGinnis uses 2 H-back. But the good thing with Josh is he has a running partner he can hand it off to.
Absolutely. Yeah, Tarman doesn't.
First down and 10 for the Blue Jays. 2:30 to play until halftime. From the 45-yard line, Isaiah, just a 2-yard pickup to the 43. Still no big hurry here by this Blue Jay offense with second down upcoming. 2:20, 2:19 to play. Guthrie leads Woodward 21-7.
You don't need to be in a hurry, but you want to have some sense of urgency here.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, you're on the 43-yard line, so you still got a lot of ways to go.
Guthrie does have all 3 timeouts left to spend as well. Josh in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. From the 43-yard line, options off to Josh. There's a flag. We're having a holding in the backfield as Isaiah's hit for a loss, but this play was going backwards anyway. Nice tackle there by Max Cheap. But it's a hold against the Jays. Didn't really get into it a whole lot, Phil, but the Mercy Health report, I think everyone is now good to go.
It's 3 weeks off, basically. Yeah, we've healed up. So
we had a Mercy Health report there for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. Good friends at Mercy. Do great sponsors of everything in the community. Do a great job.
So now the penalty makes it, well, the scoreboard says 3rd down. The down and distance says 2nd down. I think it's 3rd down. Yeah, it is. 3rd down, we'll call it 9 yards to go. Josh rolling, throwing, has a receiver wide open. It's caught by KBS. First down and more as he's tackled at the 32-yard line, but yet again, another flag in the backfield. Coach Beebe has his hands up in the air like, what now? Is it roughing the passer? So this is going to be a roughing the passer. Kind of unusual delivery there by the official.
Well, it was different. Looks like he might have stopped up at the tavern on the way down.
So it's a roughing the passer, so 15 additional yards. And so now Guthrie has 3 timeouts, 1:37 to work with. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line.
My. And really, that penalty overshadowed another great reception by KBS.
His 4th of the ball game.
Yeah.
Entered the game with 4, has 4 in the game. Play action. Josh, dangerous pass to Isaiah in a double coverage. The ball was in the air what felt like an eternity and really got lucky on that one.
I'm of an advanced age. We don't need plays like that. And there was 3 boomers standing all around Isaiah, so we got away with one there, no doubt.
Guthrie spins a timeout. We'll leave it here. I don't want to miss anything. Brady, what break number are we on? See how much. Oh, okay. We're in good shape. We're
ahead of the game.
We are ahead of the game. So a timeout here. 1:15 left in the first half. Guthrie leading. Okay, actually they're going to call. Woodward called the timeout. Woodward calls the timeout. So Guthrie still has all 3. I was wondering why Guthrie would call a timeout with the clock stopped. So Woodward spins their first timeout. They still have 2 timeouts left in the ballgame. Guthrie with all 3 here in the first half.
I think we've figured out a solution to the heat problem.
Yeah, luckily we do have a well, when we got here to Woodward, they were working on the air conditioning unit. Yeah. And yes, it does work, but not to the level that it needs to.
Well, in their defense, we're like a month from Thanksgiving and it's 90 degrees, so
it's true. It's true.
It's a problem.
And the Guthrie press box has had its air conditioning issues as well.
Oh yeah.
We just have a little bit more room to walk around there.
Right.
So after the Woodward timeout, Guthrie will have it 2nd down and 12. 1:15 left in the half. Blue Jays with 2 receivers to the near side in Eaton and Clymer. Halfback Carson Wilder. 2nd down and 12. Shotgun snap. Josh to throw. Comes to the near side and overshoots his intended receiver, Isaiah Hammonds. And Josh just, his touch pass is just not there for him. We've seen a couple of nice touch passes, but he's struggling with it. So it's 3rd down and now 12. And boy, that was a good play design there, because you're going to get 5 or 6 yards. You're going to be 3rd down and manageable.
Great play design. I mean, we've just got to execute on those things. And again, and I'm not making excuses for these Jays. Reality is you take a few weeks off and, there's going to be some rust there. But
3rd down and 12, bunch formation. And Isaiah's going to run with it, gets the right side, breaks the tackle to 15 to the 10, inside the 5, and tackled at the 1-yard line. Isaiah looked like he was gobbled up 2 or 3 times, pushes through it, and almost scores.
What a great job setting that up, though. He let his blocks develop. I mean, and you got a guy coming up. I mean, that showed a lot of maturity for a young sophomore running back. Then hit those jets and got down there close to the end zone, 1st and goal for the Blue Jays.
Jarrett Dean and Moore on that right side of the line of scrimmage, throwing Blake Schwartz the center as well, creating a big hole, but Isaiah made a lot of that happen there, as Guthrie's in no hurry here. 40 seconds on the game clock, 14 on the play clock. Josh with 1 rushing touchdown, Isaiah with 2 rushing touchdowns. Whose turn? Josh, lead player, into the end zone, untouched. Touchdown, Blue Jays. And here comes a flag. Nope. He thought about it. Yeah. Touchdown, Josh Raines from 1 yard out. Guthrie increases their lead 27-7.
Josh is used to finishing plays. He finishes, but I think the official said, am I really getting ready to call a roughing, unnecessary roughness on the quarterback right now? So I think he kept the flag in his pocket.
31 seconds left on the 2nd quarter scoreboard. Blue Jays in for the extra point. Ezak. Last one was a little too close for our liking. Thompson's a snapper. Raines the holder. Ezak's kick is good. He's 4 for 4 this afternoon. The Blue Jays increase that lead over Woodward now 28-7. Take a timeout from Woodward, Oklahoma. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tagging is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging helps with driver's road test. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tagging open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Blue Jays back into the end zone. Josh Raines with his 2nd touchdown run of the day. Blue Jays scoring brought to you by the John Vance Motors. Josh's run of 1 yard gives the Jays a 28-7 lead over the Woodward Boomers. Guthrie jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Woodward got their one and only score, made it 14-7. Now back-to-back scores. Lands is at 28-7. Blue Jays to kick off. Ezak will kick off from his 40-yard line. Blue Jays spread across in their white jersey tops with blue numbers and black pants. Ezak, get there, buddy. There you go. Kicks this one a little bit deeper than normal. Inside, we'll call it the 15-yard line, quickly to the 30, and down at the 31-yard line. Zachary Thompson, Blue Jay jersey 49 with the tackle. And leaves us 26.3 seconds to play here in quarter number 2, which has been a good first half for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it has. And had a couple drives, got a little weird, but for the most part, Jays have dominated this first half.
See if Woodward will hand the ball off and see if they can get a big one here. If not, just go in the locker room and try to regroup. Trailing 28-7. Coming up, Golden Chick halftime show. Trips receivers to the far side. Ball's on the far hash mark from the 30. Cheap will actually throw for it. Throws it, comes to the near side, and it's caught and out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Nice passing catch there by Talon Laird, the sophomore.
I think that's coming back, Chris.
There is a flag in the backfield. A lot of flags here in this first half.
Well, Landon Herzl got tackled.
Hold against the Boomers, and so erase that play. See if Woodward changes their mind and keep it on the ground and get to the locker room. Woodward this year, Phil, only averaging 55 rushing yards per game. They throw it a little bit better as far as yards is concerned, 176 per game. But they've been razzled with turnovers. 15 turnovers now on the year for Woodward.
Well,
2 interceptions today by DeAndre Jones.
Yeah, and Woodward's young. I mean, you look at the roster, they've got a lot of sophomores, they've got a few freshmen scattered out there starting, so it's always tough when you got the youngsters out there.
First down and 26 for the Woodward Boomers from their own 16-yard line. Cheap to throw. Throws it down the near sideline. It is caught. It's another flag on the play. This one caught by Max Cheap right at the 45-yard line. That was a dangerous pass. It was in the double coverage. So Woodward gets their yards through the air, not on the ground, and that's what has helped them when they're able to move the ball is the passing game. We'll check the flag.
Well, I will tell you one thing.
I didn't see anything either way.
You're going to let
personal foul Guthrie.
What?
So, I mean, not only is it there, but it's 15 yards. So
what was
it's going to be at the 40. The only thing, Phil, I can even remotely begin to think was maybe after he caught it, he got pushed out of bounds, or I'm not sure. There was nothing during the catch.
Well, it is tackle football. And
it was thrown by the official further away from the call. I'm not sure. I mean, it might have been there. I don't know, but I didn't see.
Maybe Brock and them at halftime, we can find out from Brock what they saw. But I mean, I just flat didn't see that.
Well, let's reevaluate now. 14.4 seconds left in the half. Woodward has it at the 40-yard line. So now Coach Beebe wants an explanation of what happened. Coaches have the right to know, of course. And, of course, it happened. I think Coach Beebe, no matter what the call was, I think the frustration of all the flags on both sides, and it might be warranted, but whether they're warranted or unwarranted, coaches just despise the flags.
Right. But it had to have been out here because that's where he threw the flag.
Yeah, it had to be after the catch.
Could it have been a face? Did he get into his face mask? I didn't see it, but I just.
So here comes Woodward to the line of scrimmage, which is the Guthrie 40-yard line. Still, any plays in the playbook is open here. They got some timeouts to work with. Cheap to throw. Again, he just fires it downfield looking for Laird, and it's incomplete, and no flags down. Every Woodward fan wants a pass interference, and we've had pass interference several times in this game.
I was going to say, the way they've been throwing them, they expect them.
A bailout, if you will.
I mean, that last one has me completely dumbfounded, but I'm sure they saw something we didn't.
Second down and 10, though. So now if you go with that deep pass again, you probably can only do it one more time here with 7.9 seconds left. And Woodward's going to call timeout. We'll keep it here. It will be a design play here, and this is just a simple Hail Mary. I'm not sure if the young sophomore can get it into the end zone from 45 yards or not. We'll find out. Blue Jays leading Woodward 28-7. Coming up, we'll have the Golden Chick halftime show. The 1 o'clock start today, it's like you get here to set up, so there's not enough time to eat lunch. And so when you, well, except for Phil, he always gets his groceries at the concession stand.
You got to do what you got to do.
And then we'll be done here around 4 o'clock,
Right.
which is too early for dinner, so you drive back home.
4-hour tear down. Oh, today's only 2. Actually, today we'll be out of here in about 30 minutes. About 20 minutes.
Yeah, we don't have all the gear that we
Yeah.
normally have.
Don't have to wrestle Big Bertha. That's the main thing.
Yeah, we don't have Aaron with us today. We don't have Craig with us today. We don't have Seth with us today. We don't have the big computer today.
Are you saying those 3 slow us down?
Oh, no, that's the full team.
Oh, the team.
The full team.
Okay. Seth's sneaky quick.
You think he's watching at least?
No.
Or listening?
No.
No.
No, he's watching this boy hit a golf ball right now.
You can't get the phone out and
No.
get a little sneak peek?
No, just so you know, if I was with my son, who I hadn't seen in some time, I would be not focused on this.
So you don't care about the radio broadcast?
No, I care. I just love my son. Unlike you, who had your 16-year-old on standby to donate an organ when your dog was sick. There's a difference.
You can't take 15 seconds out to see a score?
Well, I'll check the score.
Well, that's all I'm asking.
You ask if we were watching. See, you know what? This is why we probably won't end our lives friends. Stuff like this.
Woodward to the line of scrimmage. 7.9 seconds left in quarter number 2. Guthrie leading Woodward 28-7. 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Cheap to throw. Final play of the half. It's a Hail Mary, but the throw will not get to the end zone. It is nearly intercepted. More importantly, broken up and falls to the turf. And look at that. 0.8 of a second. The ball was in the air for 12 seconds. So Woodward will have one more play.
That's good clock management right there.
7.9 seconds. He rolled out for 2 seconds. The ball was in the air for 5. There's 7 seconds.
That's
I
great.
guess that leaves 0.8 left. So
That's awesome.
So Woodward will take a timeout, and Phil and I got to come up with something else to talk about because we thought that would have been the end of the first half.
I mean, I'm doing double duty. I'm holding the fan
to keep the iPad mixer cool.
Because I don't like it. We tried to set it up, but it makes a noise. It bothers me, so I can't do that.
It could be worse. Our 2 camera operators, Kel and Mason, are they in the shade yet?
Well, Mason's on his cell phone. Kel's, well, what is Kel doing? Okay, now they're both on the phone.
Okay, are they in the shade?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay.
Yeah, they're somewhat in the shade.
I was really aiming toward, I guess I'll just be blunt. Is the cameras, are they in the shade away from the heat?
The cameras are not in the shade.
Okay, we need the cameras to be protected a little bit more.
Yeah.
Of course, a couple ways to listen to the broadcast. Probably a good way to turn it off if you want right now. But 93.7 FM, KSBI, Jordan Leach back in our Stillwater studio. Keeping us going back there. Boy, she's been with us a couple years.
She does a great job.
We thank her. Of course, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, luckily for us, have a bye week.
Or we would not be on the radio.
We would not be on the radio.
Yeah.
But
never understood that. I mean, they're a bigger deal than Blue Jay football.
I know. I mean, I don't get that.
Jeez.
So after the timeout by Woodward, which is their final timeout, we'll have one more Hail Mary attempt here. This time there'll be 3 receivers to the far side. Laird, the single receiver, to the near side. That's probably who this ball might be going to. Blue Jays well off the line of scrimmage. Final play, it's a screen drawn up. It was tipped by Chaputis at the line of scrimmage. It falls finally to the turf.
Surprised there's no time left on the clock.
And the first half comes to an end. Blue Jays had 4 rushing touchdowns in that first half. We'll sum it up with our John Vance Motor summary here during the Golden Chick halftime show. Jays go into the locker room leading the Woodward Boomers in the key 5-8-2 matchup by a score of 28-7. Now, this is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tagging is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging helps with driver's road test. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tag Agency, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back. Woodward, Oklahoma. Guthrie Blue Jays leading the Woodward Boomers by a score of 28-7. We welcome you inside the Golden Chick halftime show. Woodward dance team on the field entertaining the crowd, and not a bad crowd on both sides of the field for a Saturday afternoon. And again, blue skies, a little hazy a little bit here in Woodward, Oklahoma, but temperatures approaching 90 degrees, and looks like the Blue Jays conditioning was pretty good so far in that first half. Of course, they take a lot of pride in their conditioning program.
Yeah, and I think, again, I beat a dead horse here, but with the last couple of weeks off, I'm real impressed with how the kids have held up physically. It's obvious that the staff kept them engaged and did as much as they could when they were in quarantine, so great job by the Jays.
Take another timeout. We need this break to catch up to officially dive into the Golden Chick halftime show. And then when we come back, we'll have our John Vance Motors scoring summary of the first half, and we'll take a look at some scores around the state of Oklahoma and the South Point Baptist Church scoreboard update. Heck, we could do college football updates as well. I mean, it's on the. I mean, it's a possibility, but
everything's up.
Absolutely. The score of importance, though, at halftime, the Guthrie Blue Jays lead the Woodward Boomers by a score of 28-7. Timeout. This is the Golden Chick halftime show.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays!
Sonic has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
Where sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush flavors like blue raspberry made with Nerds candy. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop.
Sonic at I-35 at Highway 33.
This is how you Sonic.
Welcome back to the Golden Chick halftime show here in Woodward, Oklahoma. So glad to have you on board, along with Jordan Leach in our Stillwater studio. Kel Evans, Mason Russell, Braden Russell, my partner Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans. Thanks for taking a part of your day out on this Saturday afternoon. Blue Jays leading the Woodward Boomers by a score of 28-7. Time now for our John Vance Motors first half scoring summary. John Vance Motors, where it's comfortable to buy a truck. And by the way, happy birthday. It was this week to Megan Vance, classmate, and I won't give her age, but if you know my age, you probably know her age. But
she looks a lot better than you do, Chris.
Well, it
had
always
some rough
has.
years.
Always has. But but happy birthday to Megan.
Yeah.
I know they treated her well at the dealership this week with cake and balloons and all that good stuff. So happy birthday, Megan Vance. First half scoring summary again brought to you by John Vance Motors. Blue Jays on their opening drive. Just a couple minutes to go into the end zone. Isaiah Hammonds with an 18-yard touchdown run. Guthrie had a 7-0 lead. Blue Jays added to that. A few minutes later, Josh Raines with a 69-yard touchdown run. And at the end of the first quarter, Guthrie led 14-0. Woodward got their one and only score in the at the end of the first quarter, At the end of the first quarter, Woodward got their only score. It was a 35-yard touchdown pass from cheap to cheap, brother to brother, made it a 14-7 first quarter score. Second quarter, Blue Jays got into the end zone twice, again by Isaiah and Josh. Isaiah with a 15-yard touchdown run, and Josh Raines with a 1-yard touchdown run. Then Josh's second rushing touchdown came with 31 seconds left in the second quarter. And that's how we get to 28-7. Again, Isaiah Hammonds with touchdown runs of 18 and 15 yards. Josh Raines with a touchdown run of 69 yards and 1 yard. Remember, Josh had that other touchdown called back to penalty.
Yeah, it was a long run. He'd be up around 200 yards again. Close to it.
That is your first half scoring summary. Again, brought to you by our good friends over at John Vance Motors. Check them out there, I-35 and the South Guthrie exit. And Fords, Chevys, Dodge, they got it all over there. Vans as well, and just great service. You can get your tune-ups and all your oil changes and all that good stuff. GMCs, absolutely. And
Chrysler,
yeah.
Cadillacs. Great service.
You've been over there a few times. They like it when Phil comes.
I've bought a few vehicles for Mr. Vance over the years. Yeah.
Absolutely. Halftime score, Guthrie 28, Woodward 7. Take a timeout here on the Golden Chick Halftime Show. Come back, take a look at some scores, and get our thoughts on some of the games from last night across the state of Oklahoma.
FCC is the place to be. At First Christian Church, we love to support our Guthrie Blue Jays and be all in. We are all in with our athletes, our students, our families, our community, and our faith. We have something for all ages and would love to have you join us for worship in person or online at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Join us as we continue to be all in, serving Christ and growing in faith. And as always, go Blue Jays!
This is Craig Fleck. Stay tuned after the break. Phil Nichols will join me for first half stats and more on the Golden Chick Halftime Show.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Golden Chick Halftime Show continues here in Woodward, Oklahoma. I gave you one job, and you were bragging on it.
I thought we were going to the fist fight right there.
Well, I wasn't paying attention, so.
My Lord. That was the most. You know what? Before we go any farther, even though you're.
I was going to talk about the good friends at Golden Chick.
Well, we'll get to them.
Okay.
But you need to talk about something else before you get to Golden Chick. Somebody very important in your life has a special day today.
Yes.
All right. Even after you give me the dirty dog look, I'm still bailing you out.
You have one job.
Well, okay. Go ahead. Brother of the year. Go ahead.
I didn't know if it was 10 seconds or 30 seconds or 1 second. Yes. Speaking of birthdays, want to give my sister a Jennifer Marie Schultz Russell.
Not on his game.
I had to do the maiden name so people know. Oh, yeah, with the high school Jennifer Schultz. Yeah. Jennifer Marie Schultz Russell
has a significant birthday
Yes.
today.
Oh, what is that?
Huh? She's 29.
29,
One more year, she'll be 30.
Happy birthday to my sister watching the game back at home as well. So happy birthday, Jennifer Marie.
Happy birthday, Jennifer.
See if the Blue Jays can get you a victory today, leading this one 28-7. Here on the Golden Chick Halftime Show, marching band of Woodward High School performing here in front of the home crowd. Woodward will be home next week as well, and they host Lawton Eisenhower on Thursday night. Guthrie will be back at home inside Gelsma Stadium. The only guaranteed home game left. I hate to say guaranteed in the COVID, but it's the only game for now on the schedule. That's Thursday night. Guyman comes to town. There is a chance that the Guthrie-Piedmont game could be made up. If that is made up, it would be in Guthrie as well. They're in the works of doing that, a few more steps, and that game would be rescheduled, but nothing official. We think that could happen in November. So, and if that game is rescheduled, Phil, that could be a weird. It could be a Monday, could be a Tuesday type game. So it'll be a little bit different. You know, here we are playing on a Saturday afternoon. That game could be a Tuesday night, could be a Monday night, could be. I think it would be like a Tuesday night because Piedmont would have to play the following Friday as well. Guthrie, if they were to play on November 3rd, Tuesday, November 3rd. Guthrie's scheduled to play Western Heights that following Friday, but Western Heights has not played a game. They have not scrimmaged anybody, so it's all but certain Western Heights is not playing any football this year. So really only one guaranteed home game, and that's Thursday night. So be sure to get out to Gelsma Stadium as the Blue Jays take on the Guyman Tigers.
Yep.
Blue Jays leading this one again here at halftime, 28-7. Still got time to get a snack if you. Before we get, no, not you.
Oh,
you got to hit the mute on and off buttons.
Oh, what? Can I sit? Can I put the fan down for a second?
Oh, we can't take any chances.
Can't take any chances. I got 108-year-old knees and I can't sit down.
Well,
meanwhile, the young whippersnappers are kicked back. Chris has got his legs cocked up. It's great.
I stood the entire first half, Phil.
That's neither here nor there. I'm tired, Chris.
And if you're tuning into our video feed, yes, it is a little bit different. We're without 3 team members just because of space, space-wise. Just not enough room inside the press box.
I've been telling everybody you fired them.
Oh, okay.
Due to COVID, we had the reductions in staff.
We'll be full staff Thursday when the Blue Jays take on the Guyman Tigers. Inside Jellison Stadium. Take a time out here on the Golden Chick Halftime Show. Still, I promise we're going to get to the scores here in just a matter of moments. Brady, you don't have to hit that spot, so just hit the break. Take a time out. Guthrie leading Woodward 28-7. This is the Golden Chick Halftime Show.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the Golden Tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. And we also got the rolls. Made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
The Golden Chick Halftime Show rolls on with the John Vance Auto Group scoring summary right after this.
You can buy a pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or van anywhere. But why would you buy one without a guarantee? At John Vance Auto Group, our pre-owned vehicles come with our lifetime engine, transmission, and other powertrain components guarantee at no charge. Now that's peace of mind. We offer some of the lowest interest rates, too.
Everything you've heard about John Vance Auto Group, it's all true.
John Vance Auto Group.
Golden Chick Halftime Show rolls on here in Woodward. Time now for the South Point Baptist Church scoreboard update. We'll take a look at Class 6A scores from last night, Philip. Westmore defeats Enid 45-27. Norman North defeats Moore 35-28. Southmore defeating Putnam City 21-17. Phil's Owasso Rams. It was a close one at halftime, but Owasso rose in the second half as they defeat Edmond North 34-7. Tulsa Union gets their first victory of the season. Finally had to play a team from the West.
Yeah.
They saw Mustang last night. Jordan Leach cover your ears. Mustang loses 66-10.
A little frustration, maybe.
So the Redskins get their first win of the season. The Flex Bone of Yukon High School, 21 points. You give up 42, though. Edmond Santa Fe with the victory. We picked Yukon to win that, and came up short on that one there. Broken Arrow defeated Ed Memorial 46-3. And then on Thursday night, it was the Jinx Trojans coming to Norman, taking on the Norman Tigers. Jinx won that game 42-13. So the 6A East still showing their power on the west side.
Firmly in power.
Yes. 6A2 scores. How about this, Phil? Muskogee Ruffers 0-5.
Yeah, it's not good.
Bartlesville puts 52 points on the board to defeat the Muskogee Ruffers 52-24.
You got bigger problems than one kid that isn't playing if you keep doing that.
Yeah. Hey, how about Choctaw? Choctaw loses, but they hold Bixby to 24 points.
That's pretty big.
Bixby beats Choctaw 24-13. Choctaw obviously fought hard on that. Bixby coming off of the emotional win over Carl Howard, a game that we were able to attend there. And Bixby's the real deal. So for Choctaw to hold Bixby to 24 points, that's usually 24 points is usually done in the first quarter by Bixby.
Yeah.
So good outing there by Choctaw in a loss. Ponca City, our good friends to the north, defeated PC West 21-7. Midwest City Bombers, Phil gets the win here as Midwest City takes down Del City 19-10. Del City winless on the season, but pretty good schedule.
Did you pick Del City on that one?
I did pick Del City.
Who did I pick?
You picked Midwest City.
Oh. I couldn't remember.
Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Sand Springs with the Booker T. Washington. Sand Springs entered 4-1. Booker T entered 3-2, and Booker T wins 49-0.
Now, what were our picks on that one?
I went with Bobby Klink, the head coach of Sand Springs.
Yeah, he doesn't play, Chris.
No, he does not play. If he would have played, they would.
Yeah, he had a shot.
I had a shot.
Right.
No, Booker T wins that one, 49-0. Cashin took on Stillwater JV. Cashin won that game 40-27. I think that was a Thursday night game. And Putnam City North, the Panthers take down Deer Creek by a score of 35-14. Those are your 6A scores. We went over 5A earlier. Let's go take a look at Class 4A schools. Bethany, who defeated Woodward earlier this year, took down Elgin 48-33. I'll just kind of hit the big ones here. Clinton went on the road and beat Cash in a good 4A ball game, 21-14. Weatherford, the Eagles stay unbeaten as they take down Newcastle in a good ball game, 23-17. Our good friends from Cushing go down in defeat to Tecumseh, 49-14. John Marshall in a shocker loses to the Ada Cougars, a 7-6 defensive ball game.
That is a shocker.
Don't see very many 7-6 ball games.
No.
Muldrow shut out by Broken Bow. And by the way, Broken Bow, I was doing homework earlier. Broken Bow got beat by Woodward in the 1994 state championship game.
Okay. What about 45?
1945, are the championships? Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
I was wondering, how do you remember that? I have no idea in the 45.
It's valid.
I would have to look that up.
It's valid, yeah.
And Blanchard had no problem right now in Class 4A as they defeated Classen SAS by a score of 51-0. Those are your 6A, 5A, 4A scores from the state of Oklahoma. We'll see if we can find some other games to update you with in some of the smaller classes after we take our timeout here. Golden Chick Halftime Show, your score, Guthrie 28, Woodward 7. This is the Golden Chick Halftime Show.
Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter of the Guthrie Blue Jays from the first game all the way to the championship game. With years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Chuck, Lynette, and Hope take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. The Hayes family supports Guthrie student athletes on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz. Visit online at hayesfh.com.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Woodward, Oklahoma, 2 hours away from Guthrie, America.
It's a good map, 2 hours.
Highway 33.
All the way.
All the way to 270.
Right.
It jaunts off there a little bit.
Where did we have the flat 2 years ago?
About 15 minutes outside of Sealing. That was 2 years ago, by the way.
That was 2 years ago today.
2 years ago today.
Yeah.
I was trying to look at 2A or Class A scores, and I think our Crescent Tigers might have had the day off. The week off. I don't see them in my A scores, so
love me some Tigers.
We're going to go over some college football scores here real quick. So if you want to know the OU score, just mute us down here for a few seconds and come back in about 60 seconds. I think my phone's got to load here. The internet not quite as fast as I was hoping it to be. It's still not loaded. And I don't want to ask you guys for a score because that went quick. By the way, no official stats. Our Woodward folks don't have their stat guy either.
Right.
So we won't have any stats in this game. And my app, my high school app loads quickly. My college football app does not load very fast. We might not have any scores. So now I don't even know what the score is in the Big River rivalry. And
the Big River?
Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's that OU score. If you don't want to hear it, go ahead and mute us. I'll give you 5 seconds. North Carolina is leading Virginia Tech 56-45. The Sooners, with 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter, lead the Texas Longhorns by a score of 31-23. Of course, Oklahoma State and Baylor are off this week. They'll play that game next week, and I do believe that's in Baylor. The 10th-ranked Cowboys, as this Texas-Oklahoma matchup, important for both teams coming off losses. OU 0-2 for the first time since 1999. And it was always a battle of the quarterbacks because you have Ellinger, the senior quarterback, going up against a redshirt freshman and Spencer Rattler. So far, pressure on both teams to win, no doubt about that. Maybe a little bit more pressure on the Longhorns to win, but that game's coming down to the end in Dallas.
That'd be a big win for Sooner fans and Sooner Club. And, of course, my philosophy on that game, I'm not an OU fan except for one time a year. It's when they play Texas. Don't understand some of the criticism of the Rattler kid that I'm hearing from the Monday night or Monday afternoon quarterbacks, but seems like a pretty shining star. He can't throw it to himself. He can't tackle. Can't play defense.
Definitely the defense is the
it's the problem. I mean, if you're scoring 30 points in a game, you should win. So hopefully the Sooners will get out of there with a W.
Well, we're going to take one final timeout here on the Golden Chick halftime show. We're less than 3 minutes away from kicking off the second half, and we can't really have any much silence when music's playing because YouTube doesn't like the.
They don't like that.
They don't like the music in the background.
Right.
So let's play it safe and take a timeout.
I like that.
Take our final timeout of the Golden Chick halftime show. Be sure to go out and see Lula and the crew. Open late tonight. Don't forget they have gift cards as well. Woodward. Come back, second half action. This is the Golden Chick halftime show.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Woodward, Oklahoma. Along with Jordan Leach, Mason Russell, Kel Evans, Braden Russell, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. We're just a few moments away from kicking off the second half. Remember, Woodward won the toss and deferred to the second half, so Woodward will have the football to begin quarter number 3, trailing the Blue Jays 28-7. Woodward 0-1 in district play after last week's loss to Bishop McGinnis, 55-14. Guthrie just now playing their first district game of the season. And Carl Albert, with that win over McGinnis last night, all but probably secured their top district seeding there in District 2. Piedmont, they still got, which Carl Albert Piedmont played this week. That's
why getting that Piedmont game in is so big, because you could really resolve some things on the field, which is where everybody wants to settle these things, but just an odd year.
Yeah, again, that Guthrie-Carl game will not be made up as of right now. Will not be made up. Guthrie-Piedmont could be rescheduled later in the season, around in between week 9 and week 10 perhaps. Nothing official yet on that, so hopefully they can make that up. It's another home game.
Right.
And that'll be a big deal, and as you say, can decide it on the field.
Yeah.
Blue Jays to kick off to begin this third quarter, kicking off left to right on your 93.7 FM radio dial. Again, Guthrie leads Woodward 28-7. Izak to kick off left to right, and we are underway. It takes him a long time to get to the football. It's a line drive kick, fielded at the 15, quickly to the 30, and down at the 34-yard line. Nice tackle there by big Chase Stoles, a 5'9", 185-pound junior, and the returnman slow to get up.
And that's its senior Cheap. Who's critical to this offensive side of the ball for both sides. Starts at safety as well, and a little banged up there. Looks like he'll be all right, but definitely feeling it right now.
He was going full speed. Chase, perfect tackle with the shoulders into the thigh area.
Chase, a tough kid.
Chase Doles and Spade Poole, the two Blue Jay linebackers. Chase wears jersey 22. Spade wears jersey 21. Both juniors in the middle field, and you got the sophomores on the end, and Landon Herzl and Jackson Walters, and you got another sophomore in Shelf out there on the island.
Down. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we just literally had a flag thrown on the field.
They're going to wave it. He was fixing it, and it fell.
No, he threw it.
Oh, he threw it?
No, he threw it. He threw it with intention. Well, I have no idea.
I was trying to help you out, Mr. Referee.
I mean, I don't know. Was the crew off for a couple weeks?
I don't know. Coach Lujan's like, what's going on?
Why are we getting a flag? We got an injured kid on the field.
Here comes the Woodward quarterback, Sam Cheap. 2 interceptions in the first half. Did have the 1 passing score as well to his brother Max Cheap for 35 yards as the lone score for Woodward. Boomers will have it at their own 34-yard line on the near hash mark. First down and 10. Twin receivers each side. 4-man front for the Blue Jays. Hand off to Nash Hunter, and he is met immediately by the Blue Jay defensive front. Wiggins in on the tackle, as well as Landon Herzl for the Blue Jays. Lost a half a yard, so it's 2nd down and 10.
Don't see number 5.
He's Max, there on the sideline there still.
Okay, there he is. That's good to see. He's helmet on. Probably just needs a few seconds. He'll get back on the field here shortly.
Boomer offensive line to the line of scrimmage. Woodward averaging 269 yards across their offensive front. 2nd down and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Sam Cheap to throw. Here's the pressure up the middle by Chase Doles. He's going to throw him down for the sack. All the way back to the 20-yard line. Loss of 14 yards. Chase Doles, the junior, came untouched.
That's a big-time play by Chase. And, we talk about the toughness of these kids, and that's really because both undersized linebackers for 5A football, but what they don't have in stature, boy, they sure have in attitude and just intensity and toughness and really play the game right. So great job by number 22, Chase Doles.
Like I said earlier in the first half, it kind of matches the description of the defensive line as well.
Yeah.
Kind of undersized, 275, 220, 210.
Yep.
But, boy, they are tough. 3rd down, and we'll call it 23 yards for the Boomers. Cheap to throw, backpedaling. He throws it, and he gets hit by Cole Madison. And the pass falls incomplete, center of the field. Woodward begging for the flag, and now the offensive linemen say, hey, you're supposed to get him, and I'm supposed to get him. Miscommunication there, and they'll draw 4th down and punting time for the Boomers.
Part of the problem there is you've noticed they brought Chase Doles up, went up with his hand on the ground at the last second. I think that's definitely an adjustment we've seen at halftime. They're going to be putting pressure on number 3, Sam Cheap, the whole entire second half, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's the Woodwards. That's their offense, is to throw the football. It's a good snap on the punt. Blue Jays run into the punter. This one will go out of bounds at the 45. Now,
it's not going to be enough.
4th down and 23, so Blue Jays really, boy, it was KBS and Thompson in the back running into the kicker. Take your choice. 15 yards.
Probably punted again. Well, no, they're bringing. Is that automatic?
Coach Beebe getting another explanation. This is one of those situations it obviously ran into it, but
yeah.
I get the sense, and I could be wrong here, but I think the coaching staff doesn't have a lot of faith or trust in this officiating crew, so they're asking a lot of questions instead of just assuming they got it right. But they definitely got that call right there, and so the penalty will move it up to the 36-yard line, and so now it's 4th down and 8. Or it will be an automatic first down, right?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Automatic first down.
Penalty. This is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Boomers.
Well, that's a big penalty against the Jays.
Instead of the ball around midfield for Guthrie, Woodward has it at the 36-yard line, 1st down and 10, twin receivers to each side. Play action. Thompson in on the sack as Cheap is down again inside the 30-yard line. Blue Jays are just pinning their ears. They know the passing game's coming. Just bring the house. And Cheap goes down, although Guthrie's only rushing the normal 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing, though, is they watch Doles and Poole, and I think what they're doing, they're shooting those linebackers. So they've definitely made the decision. If they're going to beat us, they're going to have to beat us with some big play, right?
Well, if they're going to throw it, they better throw it quick. Yeah.
That middle's going to be open a little bit.
Loss of 9 on the sack. 2nd down and 19, back to the 27-yard line. Trips receivers to the near side. Blue Jays bring forward. Cheap has time, throws it downfield, and Chelf was the closest defender on that. Almost had the interception, but it falls incomplete. Jalen turned it from a defensive back to a wide receiver there. Couldn't get to the football, but it falls incomplete. It brings up 3rd down and 19.
And had great position. We talked about the first half. He got picked on a little bit, made some adjustments there. Great job by the young sophomore, number 10, Jalen Shelf. Good athlete. He's going to be a great player, great basketball player for the Blue Jays as well.
Yep. So the incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down and 19 from the Woodward 27-yard line. They need their 46 for a first down. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Cheap in the gun. Flag thrown on the near side. It's going to be a false start on the Boomers. Landon Herzl, Nathan Wiggins, Zachary Thompson, Cole Madison, Jackson Walters, defensive front. Chase Stoll, Spade Poole in the middle. Corners, Caden Battle Stevenson, Jalen Shelf. Safeties, Cole Whitfield and DeAndre Jones.
Yep.
Blue Jays with 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors on the field. 3 sophomores. Handful of juniors. 3rd down and 24 yards. Boomers back to their own 22-yard line. Again, they need their own 46. Cheap in the gun. 4 receiver set. Running back there as well. That's Hunter. Probably be a lead block and a timeout taken by Woodward. We'll take a timeout with them. 9:16 to play, 3rd quarter. Come back and be 3rd down and 24 for the Boomers. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tagging is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging helps with driver's road test. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tagging Seat, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
3rd down and 24 for the Woodward Boomers. See what they dial up here. Man in motion, left to right. 3 receivers to the far side. Shotgun snap. Ball thrown to the near side. A catch will be a first down. It's incomplete, and there are multiple flags. And DeAndre Jones says he pushed off on me. There was definitely contact, and Jones trying to plead his case as he worked against Max Cheap, the receiver.
No, he's not.
No, he's not what?
I don't know.
So the pass interference, so we had a roughing the punter, resulted in 15 yards and a first down. And that was 3rd and forever. And then again on 3rd down and 24, pass interference called on the near side, drew 2 flags. And it's going to be pass interference, I think, offensively, as DeAndre Jones was pleading his case, and he was pleading his case correctly, is his offensive pass interference on Max Cheap. So it's now either that or they waved it off. It's still 3rd down and 23. Either way, here we go. Here comes a pressure screen set up and caught at the 20, 25 to the 30, and down at the 35-yard line, close to the original line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 4th down and 11. Let's see if that's close enough for Woodward to go for it.
You knew eventually they were going to do that with the Blue Jays sending everybody, and you know that works well if you got a kid that can run a little bit, but Boomers are a little handicapped in that area out of the backfield.
Woodward will bring their punt team onto the field. KBS and Shelf back to receive this punt back at the 30-yard line. Shelf 6 punts this year, return. He averages 16 yards per return. This one's a high, short kick to the far boundary. It bounces at midfield, takes a Woodward bounce, and it's going to be out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Blue Jays, leading this game 28-7. And a scoring update in the Red River rivalry. If you don't want to hear it, pauses for about 5 seconds. Texas, with a touchdown with 14 seconds left, ties the ball game, 31-31 in the Big Red rivalry.
Of course they do.
So that game appears it might be headed to overtime.
They were up 31-17 with like 6 minutes left, weren't they?
4.5, I think I saw.
4.5?
Somewhere in there. No, it was 31-23 or something like 31-24 with 4.5. I'm not sure. Blue Jays with the football, leading it 28-7. First down and 10. Ball's on the far hash mark, moving left to right on the radio dial. 4 receiver set. Carson Wilder moves into the halfback position. Josh Raines will run with this one, gets the midfield to the Woodward 45 as he'll run for 10 yards and get a first down. I will credit him. Maybe 11 yards on the run for Josh Raines, and just like that, Guthrie quickly in the Woodward territory.
Yeah, Josh is. The other thing, Josh, I'm going to knock on some wood here, but Josh rarely fumbles the ball. You know, he really does a good job protecting the ball. And
everyone just rolled your eyes at you, Phil.
I know. I got confidence in Joshua.
Yeah, we all do. Blue Jays, you would think in the second half, get an early touchdown.
Yep.
Really put your foot down here, then work some clock.
Yeah, work some clock big time, or work some clock while you're getting a touchdown.
First and 10 for the Jays. Same formation as the one before. Wilder sets up in the halfback on the left side, comes to the right side to block, and Isaiah Hammonds is hit at the line of scrimmage. No pickup there. It's going to bring up second down and 10. Nice job there by the defensive lineman. Was that big 78, I think it was?
It was.
Keenan Lanham, 6'4", 255-pound senior. Josh Raines in the shotgun, second down and 10. Trying to draw Woodward off sides. He'll now look over the far sideline to get the play call from offensive coordinator Jason Rice. Three coaches out on the field relaying signs. One of them is obviously hot. One is just pretending to be putting in the play. Josh Raines will take it out of the belly. Hammonds runs with it across the 40 to the 35. Breaks the tackle, gets to the 30, and down at the 29-yard line. Josh Raines with a 14-yard run. It highlights another 11-yard run before that. And so 25 yards on 2 run plays for Josh Raines has the Blue Jays at the Woodward 29.
We've talked about it. We're going to go as Josh goes offensively. Of course, he's the catalyst for the team. And not taking any away, obviously, he can't do what he does if the big boys up front aren't blocking. Yeah. And got some great support with 30 Isaiah Hammonds in the backfield as well. But, boy, Josh is the catalyst of the Blue Jay offense, no doubt.
6:45 to play in the third quarter. Blue Jays, again, just running it right at Woodward. Hammonds gets the call over left tackle. He fumbles the football. And there's a dog pile. No sign yet. I have no idea who jumped there. Woodward saw it immediately, as did Isaiah, and Woodward comes out with it. And the Blue Jays turn it over for the first time today. And for the Blue Jays, that is their 7th turnover this season. That's the 3rd fumble they've lost.
Just glad it wasn't Josh.
So the Blue Jays turn it over on downs, leading 28-7. And so Woodward will bring the offense back onto the field with 6:28 to play in the third quarter. It was a clean handoff, and I think Isaiah just lost it after.
It looked like a good play by one of the Woodward Boomers. They just stripped the ball there at the end, and so good play by the Boomers.
First down and 10. Twin receivers to each side. One back set for Cheap, the quarterback. He'll hand it off to his running back, and he'll pick up 3 yards from the 27 to the 30-yard line. Bring up a second down and 7. There is a slight breeze behind the Woodward Boomer offense, behind their backs. Woodward coaches wearing the pink T-shirts today, and there's some pink throughout the Woodward players as well as they celebrate Pink Week. Guthrie was supposed to have theirs a couple weeks ago against Piedmont, and they still had their festivities outside the stadium after the game was canceled just 2 hours before kickoff. After the 2-yard pickup, it's second down and 8 for the Boomers. They'll stay on the ground. They'll go over center, and they'll get out to about the 33-yard line and pick up a 4 yards. So the Boomers will have a 3rd down and 4 under 6 minutes of play in the third quarter. No scoring so far in this third quarter. Guthrie with that halftime lead of 28-7.
It just feels like the only way the Boomers are going to have any success offensively is to hit some big plays.
Yeah, and that's I think that's their entire season.
Yeah.
Again, Woodward only 55 yards rushing on the ground per game, 176 through the air. 3rd down and 4, and they're going to go through the air here trying to get the first down. Cheap with all day to throw. It overshoots his intended receiver. He was wide open. If he made the catch and made a cut, it could be a touchdown, but instead it sails over his head, incomplete, and Woodward will have to punt the football away. Down 21 points on 4th down and 4.
I don't know really what happened there on the Jays, because that was definitely busted coverage somewhere.
We'll bring up 4th down for the Boomers.
I don't think Coach Beebe's going to bring in the pressure.
No.
On 4th down and 4. Blue Jays
we'll do that again.
Called for roughing the punter. They bring one guy, and he stops. Punt is away. It goes out of bounds, though, and we'll see where the referee marks that. When it went out around the 40, they're going to go say the 39-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Blue Jays. Guthrie with coming off the turnover on their last offensive drive. See if they can put something here together, leading 28-7. 4:52 left. Pretty good crowd, Phil, for Saturday afternoon road game 2 hours away from home.
Yeah, good crowd, and a lot of balancing acts. I talked to several people this week where Little League football was this morning. A lot of siblings play. Got high school kids playing, and then young siblings playing on Little League for Blue Jays. So a lot of people driving around trying to get 2 different places at one time, but then you throw in the Red River shootout into it. So, yeah, good crowd for both sides.
Trips receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. 1st down and 10 for the Blue Jays from their own 39-yard line. Wilder goes from the slot to the halfback spot. Josh option, fakes the option, cuts it up across the 40, stays on his feet, fumbles the football at the 45. I think Guthrie jumped on it, though. It will be 2nd down as it's a pickup of about 5-6 yards and bring up 2nd down and 4. Yeah, Philip. Yeah, it happened again, didn't it?
1L, it's biblical. So I'm going to be praying for a few minutes. Oh, Josh, he has a hard time holding on to the ball.
He's a turnover machine. 2nd down and 4. And Josh and the Jays offense checking the sideline for the next play call. 3 defensive linemen for Woodward. Got 5 guys behind them. Couple safeties in there as well. 2nd and 4 from the 35. Josh lead play. Isaiah leading the way across midfield. 1st down and more as Josh will get all the way to the 45-yard line. 10-yard run for Josh. The clock continues to run as the Blue Jays will have a fresh set of downs.
When the Blue Jays are just, this is true for anybody, obviously, but man, when they're not making these mistakes, they just execute, go out. They're
penalty free.
They can do kind of what they want today.
1st and 10. Looks like the Sooners won the toss. Texas on offense to begin the overtime. Looks like Texas inside the 15-yard line. Isaiah Hammonds breaks a tackle, stiff arms one to the 40, to the near side, 35-30, to the 25, to the 20, still on his feet, in around the 15-yard line as he is outrunning 5 different Woodward Boomers. He's finally tackled at the 12-yard line. 1st down and 10, Blue Jays. What a run.
That was a great run by the sophomore. He's just really growing up before our eyes, really becoming he sets his blocks up, does a great job.
Isaiah averaging 90 yards per game. He's over that today. Don't have the official numbers, but he's definitely over 90 per game. 1st down and 10. Blue Jays get 1 more 1st down at the 2-yard line. As they now come to the line of scrimmage with 7 seconds on the play clock. Josh gets the low snap. He'll run with it on the right side, and he'll get down to the 9-yard line. Pickup of a couple.
Isaiah's shaking up.
Sure is, and when he stays down, as long as he is right now, hopefully he's okay. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him, but he is one of the toughest players. So for him to be down, he's definitely in some pain there. So Woodward medical staff, and now joined by the Guthrie medical staff, and Coach Beebe making his way all the way across the field to check on his rising star sophomore running back Isaiah Hammonds. And so hopefully Isaiah is okay, but if he can't go the rest of the game, it'll be interesting to see who the Jays bring in at the running game. Obviously, Josh Rain's carries will go up a little bit, but you got to have somebody back there with him, and hopefully Isaiah is okay.
They're definitely looking at, can't tell if it's an ankle or what they're looking at. Looking at that right leg.
Yeah.
All right, that's good to see.
Popping up, that is good.
Go ahead and walk it, son.
Again, he's tough. I mean, he might have a broken leg, foot, arm, jaw, and he's still going to try to walk off his own power, and he's needing a little bit of help as he leaves the field. So he's definitely hurt. Again, we brag on how maybe the undersized defensive line is and the ends on defense, but Isaiah Hammonds fits that mold of being one of the toughest guys on the team.
No doubt about it. And just an outstanding young man, too. Just a great kid. Yeah, he's definitely favoring something.
Yeah. Good news is he can walk off with assistance. I mean, not having to be carried off or anything like that. So we'll see here in a little bit. Hopefully he can come back. The good news, if he can come back, you can try to protect the 3-touchdown lead. And we'll see who the backup running back is here. We always ask this question as, Isaiah didn't start out as the top running back. We'll get there in a second. 2nd down and 7 from the 9-yard line. Josh to throw. Has a man on the far side. It's incomplete. Undershot the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Well, the number's 27, and we don't have a 27 on our roster.
Or a sideline reporter.
Right.
3rd and 7 from the 9.
Today.
Let's go, Boomer defense.
Well, Brandon, if you can text our camera operator, see if he knows who he is. That might speed this up here. 3rd down and 7 for the Blue Jays from the 9-yard line. Blue Jays might have a couple plays here. Again, Guthrie can get the 1st down in around the 2-yard line. 8 seconds on the play clock. Josh takes the shotgun snap. Looks to throw again, and this one's incomplete. Trying to find Jalen Allison. Pass was wide left of Jalen, and here comes the field goal unit. Find my numbers here. Ezok does have 1 field goal this year. Can't remember how far it was. This one will be in around 25 or 26. We'll get it officially here in just a second. Clock stop with 2:28 to play in the 3rd quarter. And this will indeed be a 26-yard field goal attempt. Ezok's had a couple extra points that kind of wobble through. This one is definitely more. Just on the near hash mark, so he's going to have to hook it just a little bit. Thompson, the snapper. Rains, the holder. Snap, hold, kick. It's long enough. Did it split it? It did. Ezok from 16 yards out puts the Blue Jays on top 31-7. 2:22 left here in quarter number 3. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group.
John Vance Auto Group.
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jays student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Blue Jays back on the scoreboard. First team to score here in quarter number 3. Izak with a 26-yard field goal. Look good doing it. Increases the Blue Jays lead. Now 31-7. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the ball game. Scoring summary brought to you by our good friends over at John Vance Motors. Izak to kick off for the second time in this second half. Kicks a deep ball, filled it at the 12-yard line. Here's the return to the near side, 20 cutting to the center, 25 to the 30. That's Max Cheap, and he is taken down by DeAndre Jones, who's had a good game. 2 interceptions, couple of tackles, and has played well from his safety position. And Woodward takes over first down and 10 with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the third quarter.
You know, it's an odd feeling game. A little bit, right?
A little bit,
I
yeah.
mean, it just doesn't. I mean, the Blue Jays are well in hand here, but it just feels.
Yeah.
You know.
Saturday afternoon game in the middle of a pasture.
Yeah, gotta love
here
it.
in Woodward.
Gotta love it.
First and 10. Ball's at the 30-yard line. Pistol formation. Toss goes to Hunter, the running back. He's trying to go the far side. He does. Leaps a defender at the 35-yard line. DeAndre Jones thought, well, I'm going to take these ankles out. And then big 35 jumps over DeAndre. Got a few oohs and ahs from the crowd, but in the process, picks up 8 yards.
Nice run by the junior.
Hunter entering the ball game, 204 yards rushing this year, 3.58 per carry, 1 touchdown.
Been watching Spade pool. Spade's got something going on with his left arm or hand or something. Has for the last several drives.
Second down and 2. Cheap to throw. Has a man caught across the middle. Down at the 45-yard line. Brought down by Cole Whitfield. Max Cheap with the reception. So Sam Cheap to brother Max Cheap. The sophomore to the senior will have a fresh set of downs for Woodward.
When they connect, without the Cheap boys, it's slim pickings here for the Boomers, no doubt.
Woodward to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ball's in the middle of the field at the 45-yard line. Back to the running game. Backup running back will get to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 2 yards, second down and 8 upcoming. Tackled by Spade Pool, slow to get up. But he's up.
Well, he'll always get up.
Blue Jay wrestler as well.
Yeah, don't make him much tougher than 21, but he's hurting.
Boomers, second down and 8. Perhaps the final play of the third quarter. Handoff over the right guard in the Guthrie territory to the 49-yard line. It'll bring up a third down and 3 play. Woodward, 17 seconds on the game clock. We'll see if they in a hurry to take this snap. Down now to 9 seconds. Yet to break huddle. I don't think they're going to be able to get this play off. So 3 quarters are in the books. Guthrie increases their lead by 3. 31-7. We'll take a timeout from Boomer Stadium. Come back with fourth quarter action. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065.
FCC is the place to be. At First Christian Church, we love to support our Guthrie Blue Jays and be all in. We are all in with our athletes, our students, our families, our community, and our faith. We have something for all ages and would love to have you join us for worship in person or online at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Join us as we continue to be all in, serving Christ and growing in faith. And as always, go Blue Jays!
From Woodward, Oklahoma, welcome you on board 93.7 FM KSBI. Also on our YouTube page at Guthrie News page, along with Jordan Leach Mason Russell, Kel Evans, Braden Marie Russell, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. We get set for fourth quarter action. The Guthrie Blue Jays led at halftime 28-7. Got a 26-yard field goal by Ezok there in the third quarter to increase that lead to 31-7. That's what we begin with here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Chris, I did some detective work and found out that our new tailback's freshman, Deontay Glover.
Okay, Deontay Glover.
So he is baptism by fire on a Saturday afternoon.
Woodward with the football. Cheap comes to the near side. Pass completed by his brother Max Cheap. The ball is at the 43-yard line on 3rd down and 3. And Boomers get 5 yards, and it'll be a first down. So Deontay Glover, freshman, backup running back. Freshmen also have a pretty good quarterback in Hayden Calvert, who's suited up with the varsity.
Yep. He would be our option.
First down and 10 for the Boomers from the Guthrie 43-yard line. Ball's on their hash mark. Sam Cheap will run it for the first time today on a design play, and he's down at the 30-yard line. DeAndre Daniels with the tackle, and it's a pickup of 13 yards. Boomers with one touchdown today. Came through the air on a 35-yard touchdown reception. That came back in quarter number 1. With Sam finding Max Cheap for the only score. Good drive here, though, for Woodward. 2 receivers to the far side. Cheap to throw. Has time, comes to the near side. Is caught at the 25. Driven out of bounds by DeAndre Daniels. Spade pull also near the tackle at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Blue Jays leading 24 points here in the final quarter of this ball game. Stay tuned after the ball game. We'll have the Terra Insure Group post-game show. Boomers, twin receivers each side for the 2nd down and 5 play. Cheap the throw, has all day, goes down into the end zone, and it's caught. Pass interference will be called on Jalen Chelf, but the touchdown will stand. And Cheap finds Cheap for a 25-yard touchdown score. The second time those two have connected for the score.
You know, they've picked on him all day, and obviously see that that's where they can go right now. It's tough. You get out there on the corner, young guy. Tough place to be.
10:39 left in the fourth quarter. Boomers to attempt the PAT to make it a 17-point ball game. Snap, hold, kick is all good. And Woodward pulls within 17, 31-14 of the Blue Jays. Take a timeout. Blue Jay football when we return. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Sonic has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
Where sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush flavors like blue raspberry made with Nerds candy. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop.
Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33.
This is how you Sonic.
Sam Cheap with his 9th throwing touchdown of the season. Max Cheap with his 6th touchdown reception of the year. A 25-yard connection between the brothers pulls the Boomers within 17, 31-14, 10:39 to play here in the fourth quarter. That scoring summary brought to you by John Vance Motors. Guthrie still with a 2-touchdown lead plus the field goal. 17-point lead, Phil. And right now, on this offensive possession, you certainly don't think you'll have Hammonds on this one. Probably won't have him the rest of the game. This is all about taking time off the clock and just whether it results in points. You would like that onside kick opportunity, fair catch called for and brought in by Willie Clymer.
Good job.
He hauls it in at the 45. It would be first down and 10. So Guthrie have a great field position, but this is about how much time can you take off the game clock.
Yeah, you got to get the time off the clock. We got, like you said, 10:39 remaining in the ball game, and just a lot of I've been watching junior linebacker Spade Poole, and he's obviously banged up a little bit, still out there, still doing what he can. And of course, losing Isaiah is a big loss for the Blue Jays right now.
27, Deontay Glover, freshman running back in the ball game with senior quarterback Josh Raines. Senior leadership got to come through here on this drive with 10:39 to play in the ball game. Glover with his first varsity carry. He'll go across midfield up to the 47-yard line. Ho, hum, hum. Let's just move on to the next guy, right? Pickup of 8 yards. Let's not go too far, but yeah, I mean, nice job for his first outing.
Probably all state now. That's a heck of a carry, and that helps him because now he's touched the ball and start settling in. Oh, wait a second. This is a football game. Okay, I've done this before. So good job by the freshman.
To get a touch and to get tackled, that's the first thing as a freshman.
Yep.
Next thing is when you get popped pretty good.
Got to get popped. You got to bounce up from that. Yeah, no, it's a process.
Guthrie taking their time, down to 10 seconds on the play clock, just now to the line of scrimmage. As expected here, under 10 minutes to play in the game. Josh will fight with Glover, and Josh couldn't make the read, couldn't make the pull, and they go down together.
So does Josh get the tackle on that play?
That was a senior. He couldn't make up his mind. He didn't know what to do with that one, so we won't fault the freshman on that one.
No.
So, no pickup there. Brings up third down.
Big third down.
Yeah, third down and 3 from the 47-yard line. Josh Raines trying to run for it on third down. He'll have it in a little bit more. Needed 3 yards, and he picks up about 6 yards. The Blue Jays will have a fresh set of downs.
The Blue Jays just keep grinding it out here. That's what they need to do. Like you said, keep the clock going. Woodward used, I think, was it 1 or 2 of their timeouts early in the
1.
Okay, so they used 1, burned 1 early. So they're going to start using those, not now, obviously, but at some point.
8:55, 8:54 to play in the ball game. Guthrie leading 31-14, 11 on the play clock. Guthrie now to the line of scrimmage. Glover on the left side of Josh Raines. Twin receivers east side. Blue Jays going to keep on the ground here, though. First down and 10. Josh Raines runs with it over left guard. Runs over Glover. Breaks a tackle and is down at the 35-yard line. 7 tough runs. First down is going to be important. And when you get 7 runs, you have a couple plays to get 3 yards. You like your chances here.
Yeah, and that's what you get from Josh Raines. Just tough kid. Not looking for a way to get out of contact. He likes him some contact.
Yep.
So for the situation we're in, we have the perfect kid running the ball, the offensive side of the ball club, no doubt.
I don't know Glover, but as the coaches relay the signs and they're both looking over there, I wonder how the freshman's thinking. When he sees a sign, oh, good, I get to run the ball. Or, oh, okay, it's my turn. Okay.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Second down and 3. Josh with Glover leading the way. First down and more across the 30 to the 25. Down at the 19-yard line. 16-yard pickup for Josh Raines. And the senior moving the ball down the field here on this fourth quarter drive.
Blue Jays just looked at Josh, said, okay, big boy, senior, 3-year starter. We're going to hop on your back and let you get us out of here today.
If you're Lincoln Riley, double overtime, you have the ball first. 38-38 ball game. Fourth and go from the 1-yard line. Texas gets the ball next. What do you do?
I puke. I don't want that kind of pressure. I think you go for it.
Sooners do go for it, and I think there might have been a timeout before that. Back to the field here for the Blue Jays. First down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Josh will run with it over right side. He'll go to the 15-yard line. Right side's been good for Josh in this Blue Jay offense. Really, the offensive line's been good all day today. Sam Wilhelm, Mason Campbell, Blake Schwartz, Jared Dean, Moore, Devon Moore, Carson Wilder, all lead blockers for Josh Raines, Isaiah Hemmons, and now Glover.
Yeah, Glover's. That's a lot of pressure. Freshman, that's.
You lost 2 conference games in a row. Talking about the Sooners.
Yeah, I don't know what are we doing.
6:43, 6:42 left here in the fourth quarter. Guthrie with a 17-point lead. Glover with the carry, dancing across the 15, down around the 13-yard line, maybe the 11-yard line. Good run there by the freshman.
Well, we might have answered our question, who's our backup if something happens to Isaiah, and God forbid, we hope it's not a serious injury, obviously, but Glover's coming in there. He's done a good job lead blocking for Josh. He's done he's had 2 very, very good runs, picks up a first down there, makes it 1st and goal for the Jays. Give him an A so far.
Blue Jays so far have taken over 3.5 minutes off of this drive, as it's now 6:11 to play in the ball game. Guthrie with a 17-point lead, 31-14. First down and goal from the 6-yard line. Glover into the end zone for his first career Blue Jay touchdown.
Well, that'll heal any concerns you had between the ears if you're young Glover. And fabulous job by the offensive line, putting him in a position. But what a big-time play and a big-time moment for a freshman. Step into a ball game and really put the icing on the cake here for the Blue Jays.
Glover, 6-yard touchdown run to increase that lead now 37-14. Just under 6 minutes left in the ball game. Izak on for the PAT. He's been good all day on these, along with a 26-yard field goal. Snap, hold. That one's his best of the afternoon. Confidence all throughout the Blue Jays now, who now lead this ball game by a score of 38-14. Timeout from Woodward. Good day to be a Blue Jay. This is Blue Jay football, presented by F&M Bank.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Exon was founded.
Blue Jays back in the end zone. A freshman, jersey 27. We'll call him Mr. Glover now.
Mr. Glover.
Welcome to the big time, to the varsity. 6-yard touchdown run to increase the Blue Jays lead 38-14. 5:58 left in the ball game. That scoring summary brought to you by our good friends once again over at John Vance Motors. Izak to kick off right to left on the radio dial. Izak. A little short kick to the far side, fielded at the 23-yard line, coming to the center of the field to the 30, and down at the 33-yard line. Caden Ballard Stevenson, the senior, with the tackle, and here comes the Boomer offense.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this defense, it's I'm going to games like this, you get people hurt, you get the win, but at the same time, after you get the win, you're kind of, it doesn't feel like a full win, when you've got key players banged up. And of course, we don't know how severe the injury is with Isaiah. I know saw him take his pads off earlier over there, and hopefully it's not nothing serious. Spade Pool's playing beat up a little bit down there. I don't think Spade's. Yeah, they've taken Spade out of the game, so
we'll see who that backup linebacker is. Little screen pass caught at the 30, near side 35, driven out of bounds by DeAndre Jones, having a good game.
Stepping up big time. he's in the conversation for player of the game, Chris.
No doubt about that. 41, Peyton Miller, senior, we do believe, is the backup linebacker in there. Pickup of 6 yards on that little screen pass. Brings up 2nd down and 4 for the Boomers. 5:20 and rolling here in the fourth quarter. So if you're Texas, do you go for 2 in the win? Or do you kick the extra point and go to triple overtime?
Well, looks like we're going to kick and go to the overtime. But
2nd down and 5 for the Boomers. Cheap looking downfield, has a man open and overshoots his intended receiver. Number 21, Jarrett Thomas, the senior wide receiver. Overshotting by a yard or 2, falls incomplete. Stops the clock with 4:57 left in the ball game. 3rd down and 5 for the Boomers, trailing this one 38-14. Ball placed at the 39, so Woodward will need the 44-yard line. The extra point by Texas is good. So they're headed to triple overtime.
yeah, there's a lot of nervous people
Yeah.
right now.
A lot of nervous defenses as well. 3rd down and 5 for the Boomers. Play action. Screen pass caught behind the line of scrimmage. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets a block and 1st down more. 50, 45 to the far boundary. 40. And there's the flag coming right in front of the Guthrie bench. Still saw it immediately. Ball is at the 38, but we'll have to check the penalty to make sure it is what we think it is, a block in the back. Is that what you saw, Phil?
Oh, absolutely.
I saw that too. There it is. And this one's coming back.
Holding on the play against the Boomers. It's going to be
Called hold.
repeat of 3rd down.
Not that it matters, but Blue Jays with the district points. I mean, it could matter. Could
Sure.
come down to something. You want to get those 15-plus points.
In this year, you can't take any chances on anything. I mean, it's the obvious isn't so obvious. The unique isn't so unique. I mean, it's a crazy year. I might even grow my hair out.
I mean, Guthrie, now that the Woodward game is in the books, Lawton Ike is a huge game.
Big game.
You got to take care of business with Guyman.
Absolutely.
Guyman's lost big throughout the entire year.
Yeah.
But now Lawton and Piedmont are huge. If you can get to the Piedmont game.
Right.
Cheap rolling, throwing, and it is almost caught. It falls incomplete. DeAndre Jones on the tackle. That'll bring up a 4th down play. 4th and 12 for the Boomers. Clock stopped with 4:38 left in the ball game. Stay tuned after the ball game. Terror Insure Group post-game show. We'll talk with Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beebe on several things today. Got a district win. Haven't played in a long time. Backup running back in there. Backup linebacker in there. So a lot to talk about in the post-game show. Of course, all the on-field interviews brought to you by our good friends at Generations Church. And, of course, we'll have our North Church Player of the Game.
You've been doing this a long time. You've seen a lot of names. I got a quiz for you.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Get this off.
Boomers punt it away. Bouncing at the 45. Picked up at the 37-yard line. Out to the 40-yard line. There's a flag. That might be a face mask on the Boomers. Trying to see who on the return was. That's KBS on the return. 4:27 left in the ball game.
I want you to look at number 33.
Carson Wilder?
No, for the Boomers.
Oh, for the Boomers.
And I want you to tell me his name.
I'm not good at names. Aaron Ferrari?
It's actually pronounced Friday.
Friday?
And that is how they spell it. The boys, Brock, next door, they told Tyler, they informed me before the game. I'd hoped that something might come up and he'd make a big play and you would have to, and then I was going to correct you and say it's actually Friday, but since it's running late in the day, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way.
You set me up.
Well, the truth is I forgot until just now. And
it was a face mask, by the way, on Woodward. Remember, I got to drive home.
Well, Cal volunteered.
He did volunteer.
Which I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be the longest Uber in the world for me. Because I don't have a lot to live for, but I have some things to live for.
He hasn't been driving even 2 months yet.
No, I know. Believe me, I'm very aware.
Blue Jays take over 1st down and 10 from their own 44-yard line, leading this one by 24 points. 3 receiver set. They're just there to block, though. Glover gets the call up to midfield into Woodward territory at the 49-yard line. 7-yard carry for the freshman. Brings up 2nd down. Looks like Blue Jays still have the entire offensive line and receiving core in there. Also checking in for Guthrie is Carson Cliff, Blue Jays senior wide receiver. Play clock down to 13 seconds. Josh Raines, the Blue Jay offense, just now about to get serious to get into the line of scrimmage. What's still not there is Josh. Now he is with 5. Needs to take the snap and the 2. Snap at 1. Hand off to Glover, left side, across the 45, up to the 42-yard line. That time running on the left side of the line of scrimmage. And again, that Blue Jay offensive line has been spectacular today. Sam Wilhelm and Mason Campbell on the left side creating that hole for the freshman.
I tell you, young Glover kid runs hard, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't, a lot of times, especially a young kid, he feels some contact. Your instinct might be to say, well, let's just go down.
Right.
He's fighting for yards. I'm very impressed with him.
Again, just another bright spot for this Guthrie football program. First down and 10, 3:08, 3:07 to play in the ball game. Josh looking at the play clock at 4. Takes the snap with 3. Hands it off to Glover across the 40. Couple boomers will bring him down at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 4 yards. Bring third down for the Blue Jays. Trying to take some time off the clock. Looks like Texas, they missed the field goal.
Yep.
So now any score by the Sooners would give them their first Big 12 victory of the season.
Do you kick it on the first play?
Guthrie did in 2018.
Yes, that was a big year.
2018. Blue Jays won a playoff game. We won a radio award that year.
We've won a few.
I mean, you set me up, but now I had to inform the fans of what it was. Second down and 6 for the Blue Jays. Glover again, right side, and just a couple yards this time. But the main thing right now is the clock is moving. 2:13, 2:12 left in the ball game. Guthrie leading this one by 24 points, 38-14. And we'll go ahead and send Phil downstairs and get ready for our post-game interview with our North Church player of the game, as well as our on-field interviews with Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beebe. Blue Jays just got a couple more snaps left in this one, leading 38-14, 1:45 left in this one. Again, a big win for the Blue Jays this afternoon here in Woodward, especially this season when the games are not guaranteed. And Woodward pinned their ears back, got into the backfield quickly to take down Glover running the ball. And that'll bring up fourth down. Guthrie can take this snap under a minute left in the ball game. Isaiah Hammonds left the game with an injury. Hopefully we can get an update on him. Hopefully it's not as serious. But he had 2 touchdown runs today. Josh Raines had 2 touchdown runs today. Ezok had a 26-yard field goal. And then the freshman Glover with a touchdown run as well. We'll cap all that in the post-game show with our John Vance Motor scoring summary, as Guthrie will spend a timeout with 51 seconds left. We'll take a timeout with them. Guthrie leads at 38-14. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
For decades, Guthrie Athletics has been a source of pride in the Guthrie community. Hi, I'm Merritt Roberts, and I've been a Blue Jay supporter and Farm Bureau agent for many, many years.
I want to wish all the Guthrie student athletes not only a great season on the field, course, track, or court, but in the classroom as well. If integrity, honesty, and accessibility are important to you, call Farm Bureau at 620-4920 and ask for Merritt. I would welcome the opportunity to give you a professional evaluation of your insurance needs, or simply stop by and let's talk about the Jays.
Fourth down and 5 for the Blue Jays. They'll keep the offense on the field and go for it here from the Woodward 36-yard line. Josh Raines will take the snap. He'll run the left side, the flag thrown, and he's tackled at the 35, 3 yards shy of the first down. We'll have to check the penalty marker here, though. It's going to be a false start on the Blue Jays, and you certainly think Woodward would decline this and work with their offense for the final 47 seconds. Looks like the Sooners are going to go for the game-winning field goal here in triple overtime. That would be the Texas side of the field.
First down, Boomers.
Of course, the Oklahoma State Cowboys off this week. They'll be in action next week against the Baylor Bears. Indeed, the penalty was declined by Woodward, and the Boomers will have the football with 47 seconds left in the ball game. Be first down and 10. Again, Woodward will be in action on Thursday night. Remember, it's fall break this coming week, so Lawton Ike will be here on Thursday. The Blue Jays will entertain the Guyman Tigers Thursday night inside Jelsma Stadium. First down and 10. Sam Cheap the throw. It's caught up the midfield and down at the 48-yard line into Guthrie territory. Stops the clock with 38 seconds. Chains will need to get set so they can start the clock.
Correction Friday.
Clock now rolling with 33 seconds. Boomers to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Throws it on the run. And it's wrestled out of bounds on the far side at the 40-yard line. Stops the clock with 20 seconds left in the ball game. Bring up a second down and a yard and a half for the Boomers. Looks like the Sooners and Longhorns are headed to a fourth overtime. Second down and 2, 20 seconds left in this one. Again, stay tuned. Post-game show coming up, presented by Terra Insure Group. Sam Cheap gets the shotgun snap. Here comes the pressure by Doles. He steps up and avoids the tackle, then wrestled out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Look like Gavin Sealander's in on the tackle, and there's 11 seconds left in this one here. Phil's already made his way down to the field. Get those post-game interviews. Again, all field interviews this year brought to you by our good friends at Generations Church. Boomers taking every second left in this one, which is 11.8. Blue Jays led 14-7 after the first quarter. Led 28-7 at halftime. Currently lead this one out 38-14. Sam Cheap to throw. Throws it on the run. It's caught, and then the big hit by DeAndre Jones and a flag thrown. And boy, I really think that was a clean hit. And I wish we had our instant replay equipment here today. 5 seconds left, and I think that was just a clean hit. However, there's a flag down, and there's been a lot of flags down today, and Coach Beebe's out on the field, and it's just, they're going to call a personal foul on Jones.
Personal foul on the play. First down for Woodward.
So that'd be a 15-yard penalty. Maybe one offensive snap left.
And the Boomers are going to get the ball on the 32-yard
Ball's marked at the 27-yard line. Hopefully there's just one more snap left in this one. Blue Jays can secure this victory. Officially, Blue Jays have really controlled this entire game from the get-go. Sam Cheap to throw. It's going to be brought down for a sack to end the ball game. Shaputis got to him, and wouldn't you know, a flag thrown. Unbelievable. Coaching staff unhappy on the far side. It looked like he just threw him down. I didn't see a face mask or anything. Coach Beebe's going to want a timeout. It's going to be a personal foul face mask against Guthrie. And now Coach Beebe wants a timeout because he wants to discuss this with the official who Coach Beebe's had a lot of day and puts both hands up in the air. And there's no time left on the clock. However, you can't end the game on a penalty. Therefore, we'll have one untimed down in a game that just simply will not end. Coach Beebe still out there talking. The official walks away from him. So 15 more yards, and we'll have one untimed down. So the Blue Jay defense got to stop them one more time and secure this win and get on out of here on a Saturday afternoon, a warm Saturday afternoon. Personal foul face mask is the call.
Personal foul. Boomers will get one more shot at it.
Woodward in a huddle at their 42-yard line. Again, Terra Insure Group post-game show. Inside the show, we'll have our Generations Church on-field interviews. Also have our North Church player of the game after this one final play. Woodward officially have it at the 12-yard line, first down and 10. Sam Cheap in the gun. 3 receivers to the far side. Looks to the far side, forced out of the pocket. Throws it into the end zone, and it is caught, but out of, oh. Boy, I thought he was out of bounds on the catch. There was not an official. The official who had to make the call was like 10 yards away from the call, and I really think, not that it matters, but I really thought he came down out of bounds. And hopefully our film crew was able to get that, and we can go back and rewind it and see if that was the case or not, but it appeared to be out of bounds. Coach Beebe again out on the field upset. So we'll have one extra point to end this ball game. Coach Beebe, we'll try to give him as much time in between the game and our interview to let him cool down a little bit. And I think he has a few arguments, good arguments on his side. The extra point is up, and it is good. Final score is 38-21. Guthrie still gets all other 15 district points, but the Blue Jays come on the road here in Woodward and take down the Boomers. Final score 38-21. Take a timeout. When we come back, it's the Terra Insure Group post-game show. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the Golden Tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jays student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
We welcome you inside the Terra Insure Group post-game show from Woodward, Oklahoma. The Guthrie Blue Jays defeat the Woodward Boomers. Final score this afternoon, 38-21. Blue Jays get their first win in District 5A2 and their first shot, actually. The first 2 games canceled with Piedmont and Carl Everett due to COVID. Time now for the John Vance Motor scoring summary. Blue Jays got a touchdown run by Isaiah Hammonds to give them on top 7-0 in the first quarter. Guthrie made it 14-0, and Josh Rain scored from 69 yards out. And then the final score in the first quarter, it was cheap to cheap, 35-yard touchdown pass for the Boomers to make it a 14-7 ball game. Isaiah Hammond's back into the end zone from 15 yards out in the second quarter, make it a 21-7 ball game. Josh Rains added a 1-yard touchdown run to make it 28-7, and that came with 31 seconds left in the first half, and that would be the halftime score. Guthrie 28, Woodward 7. In the third quarter, there was one score, and that came from Ezok, 26-yard field goal. Guthrie had a 31-7 lead. Woodward added to that with back-to-back touchdown scorers in the fourth quarter. 25-yard touchdown run by Max Cheap, and then Guthrie got one more score in between those with a Glover 6-yard touchdown run. Again, Guthrie wins that final score 38-21. That is then your John Vance Motors scoring summary. Time now for our Generations Church on-field interview as we now go downstairs with Phil Nichols with today's North Church Player of the Game.
Chris, I'm here with junior DeAndre Jones. Great job overall. Had an outstanding game. Two interceptions, leader on the field all day. Great hit down here. I don't care what the Zebra said. That was a great, clean hit to end the ball game. But I think this is the first time we've talked, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I know Duncan, I got hurt, so I didn't get to finish the rest of the game. But, you know, came back, just try to be out here, be a good teammate, do as much as I can for the team.
Talk a little bit about the defense. I know you guys have been off the last 2 weeks. A lot of moving parts there. Not able to practice as a whole squad. You know, how did you guys stay? Because the conditioning looked great. We were a little concerned. Didn't know if you guys would be able to come. It's hot, but you guys did a great job. So talk about how you kind of the last 2 weeks have stayed in that great top shape.
Well, over the quarantine, we had like the whole defense pretty much, and all the offense was gone. So we worked on like 1v1s with the receivers that were there, and then we did like the tackling drill and doing sideline tackles and a whole bunch of like defensive stuff for the line and the DBs and the linebackers.
Chris, you got anything for DeAndre?
Yeah, DeAndre, 2 interceptions today. Take us through those.
This first one, down here, I saw him throw it. I know that number 5 was the quarterback's brother. And we was watching film, and he just kept throwing it to him. So I knew that he was going to try to test me today, and Coach already told me. So when I saw him go up and throw it, I knew that was mine, so I jumped up and snagged it. And then this one over here on the sideline, I baited him into throwing it. I was like, all right, back up, played catch coverage that Coach Gordon taught me over the 2-week quarantine, and jumped over him, grabbed it, and got that Tony 2-tap.
It was a great job, outstanding effort, and of course a lot of tackles, some great hits, and you really became a real leader on the defensive side of the ball all year. 4-0, got your first district wins. Coach Beebe says you got the Guyman Tigers coming in Thursday. You got a short turnaround, obviously. What are you guys going to do?
We're going to get back to practice, and we're just going to do what we've been doing. Go out there, grind. You know, this is our year. We want to go to state, and we're going to keep working our tails off.
Great job. Player of the game, DeAndre Jones.
DeAndre Jones, the North Church Player of the Game. Good job by the junior as he helps the Blue Jays to a 4-0 record. More importantly, 1-0 in district play. As again, the Blue Jays win it. Final score over Woodward, 38-21. As the Blue Jays come on the road. By the way, the Blue Jays now 5-1 in day games dating back to 2008. And with that, let's go back downstairs with Phil Nichols, who is with Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beebe and the Generations Church. Oh, hold on. The mixer just froze up for a second. We'll get this fixed up here real quick. And here we go. Okay, let's redo that here real quick. Let's go downstairs with Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beebe, who's with Phil in the Generations Church on-field interview.
Hey, Chris, I think a little extra time at the end of this game isn't all bad.
I don't blame you.
Coach, great win. Been a weird 2 weeks for the Blue Jays. You know, a lot of questions coming into today as far as, you know, when you can't practice as a full squad. I mean, but I'm going to tell you something. Very proud of what the coaching staff did. These kids, it's obvious you guys virtually did what you could to keep kids conditioned and ready to play, because that was my big concern. It's hotter than Haiti out here today. And but what a great ball game. Blue Jays played well on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, first I want to say I appreciate Coach Lucian and Woodward moving this ball game to a Saturday for us. You know, while our kids, we had about 60 kids quarantined from the 25th of September until Thursday of this week, and our coaches used the same format that we used while we were on the school quarantine last spring. We sent out their weight room and their conditioning workouts, you know, virtually, and then We had Zoom meetings as far as positionally to, try to keep up with schemes, et cetera, et cetera. But that was my huge concern, especially our big boys up front, knowing this afternoon was going to be hot. I'd like to thank our band for coming out here today. That was outstanding. This is a tough place to play, and these kids over here are always tough. We got a couple of our starters dinged up. Should be good for Thursday. I told our kids, it's been 29 days since we played a football game. This is a first ball game. Penalties, turnovers, kicking game typically decide that. And I think that we won all 3 of those battles.
Coach,
today.
You really set the tempo early with the running game. Isaiah with an 18-yard run and Josh Raines with a 69-yard touchdown run. Really got things going. And we brag on the running games between those guys, but they were running some big holes. That offensive line played well, both run blocking and pass blocking.
Yes, they did. Coach Sanders and those guys have done a great job with them. And they're a pretty veteran bunch. We expect a lot out of them. They've got size and they've got a good grasp of the scheme. And then we got some backs that can utilize those blocks and make things happen. And we got a touchdown called back, if I remember.
Yes.
And then this last one down here on the two late penalties. I don't even want to get started on that.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on.
Not to add to it, but I think the touchdown, the last one, I think he came down out of bounds. But that's just what I thought from there. But
so did my guys up top.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I thought it was pretty clear actually that he was out of bounds, but nonetheless.
So I think he did too because he didn't get excited.
Yeah.
Well, I think the best litmus test of that is the AD was standing next to him down on the field, and he goes, "Well, that was generous." So, but hey, we're 4-0, 1-0 in district. Most importantly. There's a lot of rumor we might be able. I know we got to get ready for Guyman, but hopefully we might be able to have an opportunity to play Piedmont on the field. Boy, that'd be great. I know they're still trying to work some things out there, but
that's at the administrative level right now.
Okay, but Guyman Tigers coming up. Walk us through that and kind of get ready for next Thursday.
Guyman's got a new head football coach. Came in from Dallas Carter. A new offensive coordinator came in from Bixby. Much more organized. A lot better scheme. And the scores don't indicate it, but they're playing much harder. So on a short turnaround from this Saturday game, and this was a physical football game. Woodward's always physical. Our challenge is going to be getting these kids freshened back up and ready to play on Thursday night, but still getting the volume of work in we need to be competitive in a district game. So that's we've been planning this. I've been planning this for 2.5 weeks. How we'll come back. We'll bring him in tomorrow afternoon about 2:30. Coaches will be up there early in the morning getting the Guyman game planning done, and then we'll try to get them flushed and loosened, and then have just back all our practices up a day. Tuesday will become Monday, Wednesday will become Tuesday, and then we'll play on Thursday. So no time to rest, and we're just blessed and grateful that we're getting to play.
Yeah, great thing, Coach. 4-0, 1-0 in district play. Got a W. Go get a sandwich, get yourself something to eat, and we'll talk to you soon.
Guys, we appreciate you as always. Thank you.
That is Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beebe on the on-field interviews presented by Generations Church. Blue Jays win it today. Final score 38-21 over the Woodward Boomers to move to 4-0 on the season. Take a time out as the Terra Insure Group post-game show continues after this.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
After this, we bring you more from the stadium as the Terra Insure Group postgame show continues.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oaks, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
Don't go away. More of the Terra Insure Group postgame show in a moment.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
After this, we bring you more from the stadium as the Terra Insure Group postgame show continues.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter of the Guthrie Blue Jays from the first game all the way to the championship game. With years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Chuck, Lynette, and Hope take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. The Hayes family supports Guthrie student athletes on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz. Visit online at hayesfh.com.
Final thoughts from the stadium are ahead on the Terra Insure Group postgame show.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today. 405-642-7065.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oaks, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church.
And welcome you back inside the Terra Insure Group postgame show where the Blue Jays win it here today. Final score 38-21. Blue Jays 4-0 on the season. More importantly, 1-0 in district play.
Yeah, and got the max points as So it was a good day overall. Got a couple kids banged up a little bit. I think everybody's a little concerned about that. Hopefully that'll all turn out good for the kiddos. But all in all, a good day.
Blue Jays will be in action Thursday night. Guyman inside Gelsma Stadium. So be sure to go out and support the Blue Jays. Not guaranteed there will be another home game after this one. Western Heights more than likely will not happen. And the Piedmont game is still up in the air. If Guthrie does play Piedmont, it would be a home game, but that's not guaranteed. So you want to be sure to get out to Gelsma Stadium on Thursday night and support them at least one more time on the home field.
And I'm sure we'll try to get senior night in Thursday night, I would assume.
Yes.
So get out and support the senior athletes and trainers and everybody involved. Want to make sure we show the kids how much we support them.
Absolutely. We need to get out of here. We got a 2-hour ride home, and we got things to do, and so we like to spend more time with you, but we do need to get on out of here. And we'd like to, first of all, thank Jordan Leach back in our Stillwater studio. Did a great job. As always, we had one little deal with our iPad mixer, and I got a little heated early on, but it was able to come back the rest of the time. Phil did a good job holding the fan today over the mixer.
Player of the game.
Play of the game, absolutely. Our camera operators, Kel Evans and Mason Russell, great job as always. Braden Russell switched her job duties today, became in the booth producer.
Yeah, she did good.
Did a good job. So that'll do it. Final score for the final time today in Woodward, Oklahoma. Guthrie Blue Jays defeat the Woodward Boomers. Final score 38-21. Blue Jays improved to 4-0 overall on the season. Woodward Boomers still searching for that first victory, and they'll host Lawton Ike right here inside Boomer Stadium next Thursday. Our next broadcast will come Thursday night inside Gelsma Stadium when the Guthrie Blue Jays take on the Guyman Tigers. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock. Our pregame show begins at 6:30. For Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. We'll talk to you next time. Have a great weekend, and as always, go Blue Jays.
Guthrie Football 2020 is brought to you by Interbank, strengthen our communities through community banking. Golden Chick, the original and still the best. South Point Baptist Church, welcome home. Exton, we build better business owners. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. John Vance Auto Group, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Generations Church, love God, love people, serve both well. North Church Guthrie, you matter. Mercy Hospital, Logan County, your life is our life's work. And F&M Bank, a neighbor you can count on. Guthrie Blue Jay Football is also brought to you by the Guthrie Tag Agency, A-Team Overhead Door, First Christian Church, Hayes Funeral Home, Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33, and Mary Roberts Farm Bureau, Oklahoma. You've been listening to Guthrie Blue Jay Football on the Guthrie Radio Network, home of the 4-time state champions. Until next time, go Blue Jays.